Gotta get it all the way to the end.
I know. Well, I literally turned my mic on like a full minute ago going, oh, we're sending. That's how I've got timing done. I'm sitting here yelling at the kids, shut up, I'm getting ready to turn on the mic.
I'm just glad you were finally able to figure out how to disable Facebook and that you didn't
You know what's
share it on the
funny?
Nonsensical Nonsense
Here's
900
what's funny.
times.
I literally clicked, okay for the invite and all that stuff, and I went, shit! I was like, okay, we're not live yet. That's okay.
Yeah, that's why I asked you if you could do it for the backstage area. But, dude, I love that fucking song, man. Rocky knocked it out of the park with that one. Every time I hear it, and I've listened to it a lot, that might be a little bit narcissistic,
It's
but it is.
literally, no, you know what? It's not narcissistic at all. I literally have it as my fucking ringtone for my alarm to wake up in the morning. I
Nice.
shit you not.
I
have
need
it.
to do that.
I have 3 alarms set. One to wake up to help get Tanya out the door, and one for, go to the store, get cigarettes, get everything ready, and then one for get fucking work done. Because I love my job, and I hate, I'm always the first one online.
Yeah. No, like I said, that is Rocky absolutely knocked that out of the park. And shout out to Rocky. You guys might have remembered him from a while back, Rock Lee from EDM Combat. That is an original that he did just for us for the show opener. And like I said, every time I hear it, dude, I get chills, man. I love that shit. It makes me think of a wrestler's entrance. That's the thing about
It does. My wife woke up to it the other day. She's like, "What is that noise?" I said, "Oh, that's our theme song." She's like, "Is The Rock showing up?" I said, "Oh, Jesus."
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to I don't know. I just want to roll out somewhere.
I just want to walk down the stage all slow mo. I would be sitting in the truck and just be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Slow movie style, just fucking. Oh, so good.
Exactly. But anywho, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm Glick, hanging out with Jeffrey as always. We haven't talked much lately. But
I've been crazy busy.
I would like to say that I've been busy, but my life consists of going to work and finding trying to find work to do. That's a weird thing. Trying to find work to do. I'm not bitching. I'm not complaining because my buildings are in good shape. I'm not complaining. Whoever's listening, Karma, Buddha, Jeebus, whoever, I'm perfectly happy with it.
Actually, I just found out about 45 minutes ago that a lot more work's going to be coming my way, and I'm super excited about it.
There you go. Nice.
It's
But
I don't know what it is about this job, but fuck, dude, I literally my clock on here on the laptop said 6:01, and I was still on a call, and I was like trying to wrap it up and stuff. I'm like, that's no problem. I'll go ahead and send you an email first thing in the morning. I'm getting ready to step out of the office, and she's like, yeah, that's great. Okay, bye. Let's go, bye.
yeah.
Get off that fucking phone.
Bye, bitch. Click.
Jonah, if you're listening.
But yeah, as I said, welcome to the show, guys. If you're not already, feel free to go check us out on social media. Give us a little bit of support. Give us a little bit of love. What's going on, Mosh? You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all at Nonsensical Nonsense. You guys can also join us live every Wednesday night at 6 and Saturday at 8, right here on Haps, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I think I got all of them, all at Nonsensical Nonsense. And, of course, you can catch every episode, which I have to do a purge on episodes. Oh, my God. But you can catch every episode of the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere and everywhere you get your little podcast fixins at. So go give us a liking. Go give us a pounding. Give us the old double thumbing. You know how Jeff likes it. No lube. You can also, if you'd like to, you can always email us if you'd like to email us. If you want to be a guest on the show.
Nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com.
I got a lot to say here, man.
First.
Yeah. Oh, I was just doing the lead up, man. Just
I
trying
know,
to do the
but
lead up.
if I let you, you'll keep going. And I'll just sit
Oh,
here looking like an asshole. Which I'm good at.
I think I could just remove you from the live.
I literally yesterday and today have just been the best days. I had a client that literally everybody was afraid to call him, and it got to the point where he only wanted to speak with me. And then I had one of the team leaders / boss on the phone with him, and the dude raved about me. Made me look like a damn rock star in front of one of the bosses, and I was like, yeah, that's right. What's up?
Well, I mean,
and I've been on Cloud 9 ever since.
he's the only one that's going to do it because Lord knows you're
right?
going to come in here. You're going to come in here, and I'm going to beat you down like a battered.
I know.
wife.
You know, Saturday.
Appreciate the follow, Mosh.
Yeah, Mosh, that's awesome. Saturday, of course, I wasn't here because we had Thanksgiving. Literally,
Get you back.
10 minutes before we were supposed to go live, I was leaving Costco and I still had to cook and all that shit.
Don't worry. As we've discovered, I could do
I
the
did
show
catch
just
up.
fine without you. I could do the show just fine without you.
I did catch a few minutes.
I see.
Yeah, go ahead.
I see you went and got a new headset there. You look like you got your big old professional gaming headset. Jesus Christ.
It's actually not. I looked at gaming headsets, and they're like 50, 60, 70 bucks. I'm like, fuck that. This one is Radio Shack brand, and it's just as good. And it was like 15, 20 bucks.
Where do you shop at that everything is so overpriced at? What is it, like Small Dicks Are Us?
No, you know what it is?
Everybody, you have to compensate, so everything.
Mexico is so.
Cheers in Ireland.
All right. When you buy electronics in Mexico, they have import taxes on them, so the price is always higher, no matter what it is.
I was gonna say because I literally bought I've got a pair of headset that I bought for my PlayStation a couple years back that my kids now use when they're playing Xbox or PlayStation or whatever. I got them off of eBay for like $10, and it's the best set I've ever had. I've had Turtle Beach, I've had all the name brands, and this is that is by far the best gaming headphones I've ever had. I love them. But then just recently, like last year, I bought an actual Xbox. Oh no, they're Turtle Beach.
wear a
Yeah, my white ones. I got an Xbox Turtle Beach headset, which are fantastic as well. But I think I paid $30 for those.
Yeah.
I got those at Walmart, but that was just because every time I turned around, I could never find my other set because the kids had them or something like that. So I bought these. And I was
Cam,
like,
that's awesome. Cam says he was just in the middle of episode 48.
there you go. And these ones are like, no, these are a no touch. Only they are not allowed to touch them. These are mine and mine only, and
Right.
they know that. So yeah,
Well,
Cam's been listening to a lot of the shows that what now he's working like 12-hour shifts and stuff. So he
oof,
just flies through
he's
shows,
got
which
time.
I've got like 5 episodes I've got to put.
Well, like I said, I mean, with this new job and like today, I had to take the kids to the dentist. Michelle's got a tooth infection, so we went to the
Nice, I had-
dentist, got everybody cleanings, and now my mouth tastes weird because I had a cleaning done.
I just had that
And
last week.
well, it's been a while.
Yep. Well, I need to go to the dentist, but that's what happened to my face last week. I had that fucking
Yeah.
infection.
Yeah, well, I picked her up some meds, and then of course we met my wife for lunch. We went to Olive Garden for lunch, and then got some pictures taken with Santa Claus and the Grinch.
Nice.
Yeah, it was there. It was like $5. I was like, what the hell? Oh,
Yeah. All right.
you know. So, and it took all of like 10 minutes. And I picked me up a few things. I got, keep my hat, Kevin. I want to show Chris. I think I sent you a picture, maybe not. I can't wear it with a headset on because.
Yeah, you and your
That's
goofy ass
amazing.
cowboy hat.
Nice.
You just gotta roll your headset back.
Yeah, well,
There you go.
well, I can do that on the show, but at work I can't wear it at work because
Yeah.
my mic doesn't rotate 180. It only does 90. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then of course I picked up a few other things. I don't know if you can see that.
What's that, a cigar?
Yeah, well, the problem with the podcast, and it's not really a problem. It's a problem for me, and my wife sees it a problem. I'll smoke a full pack of cigarettes in a 2-hour episode. So I figured, I could buy a 5-pack of cigars and save cigarettes. So I picked up a pack of cigars, and the problem is I'm down to one. Because they're fucking awesome. They're vanilla flavored, and they're awesome. Is that you?
Nice. That is me.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that's not my Zoom.
Hello. Hey, pretty girl.
We're not.
Shut up, Jeff.
I got to find something to punch a hole in.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. We go live at 6. Do I? Okay. I'm sorry. All right, I love you too.
I love you too. Love
She's
you,
like, you guys are
bro.
live early. She's like, you guys are live early. It's a downfall of not having a setup to where I can just take phone calls. I have to figure out how to do it so I can set it up. Not that I want to give out my personal cell phone number so a bunch of random ass strangers can call me all the time, but
Yeah. You almost have to get like a burner phone just for the show.
you're right. Go to the Dollar General and grab me a track phone.
Exactly.
Hey Joe. Good.
I'm pretty sure we might be able to hook up a Zoom.
Yeah, we
That's
can.
possible.
I just
I
don't know
have
how
Zoom,
to.
but I have it for work, so I can't use that one.
Yeah, I just don't know how to do it like live and all that other. Look, I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I can do the
Be able
things
to
that
turn
I
on
do.
the laptop.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I figured out the most of the stuff that with the editing and the posting and figuring out this app, especially figuring out apps, especially after this update that just not only did it flip Haps itself upside down, but apparently everybody else has fucking lost their goddamn minds too. So
Yeah, everybody's. I was trying to find somebody to go live with. On I don't remember what day it was, but it was like Jeebus, And I'm like, you know what? I
Nice.
gotta go.
I just seen that was on Netflix, Joe.
Is it? I love
Yeah,
this. I love
that's the thing. I mean, yeah, like I don't get on apps very often outside of um, when we go live now, just because fucking everybody's losing their goddamn minds. And this, like, I went into one live and there's James and a couple other people were in there, and I was just like, what it do? What it is? What it do? And this fucking
you were
bitch lost her
confused.
goddamn yeah, this bitch lost her fucking mind, and she was like, I don't know what your problem is, but you're not gonna come into my broadcast and be rude. And I was like, my bad, I simply said
I
hello.
was like,
I said,
that's the
yeah.
way I said hello, lady. Calm down.
I was like, get off your fucking high horse, you psychopath.
You're alive, like you're giant of what?
Mosh seen that one. Yeah, like I was like, what the fuck did I even do? Damn, it's not like I came in here and was like, what up, you bitch ass motherfuckers? Who's gonna eat my
Screaming
ass?
out N-words.
Yeah.
And
Which one of y'all gonna
read.
yeah.
Go get you what is that? What's that taboo game? It comes with a
Yeah.
buzzer. Just show up and start
Yeah.
beeping.
Just buzzing. I got soundboards. Well, I wasn't even. I was just in the comments, and she started freaking out and losing her goddamn mind. I was just like, "What the hell?" And then James was like, "Oh, that's nonsensical. He's cool. He's just saying hi." And she was like, "Well, that's not how you come into my broadcast and act." And I'm like,
Sorry, I didn't
"Yeah,
see your
deuces.
rules and regulations.
Yeah." I was like, "My bad. I didn't know that you weren't allowed to come in and say
Down,
fucking
Karen.
hello to anybody." Yeah. Apparently, next time I come into your fucking broadcast, I just need to be like, fuck you, bitch!
Hello, madam. How are you
Yeah.
today? And make sure it's capitalized. I get so much shit at work for capitalization and punctuation. Oh, I'm terrible at it. I'm oh, I almost failed English kind of thing. So I'm buying a subscription to Grammarly.
What the fuck is
It's like
that?
it's basically if it's on your screen and spelt wrong, or not punctuated, or not capitalized where it should be, Grammarly lets you know it needs to be fixed. Just
Oh,
like
it's
when
like a spell
you're doing
check.
like a Word doc. Yeah, it's like a spell check, grammar check, capitalization, all that fun stuff, and it's brilliant. I have the trial version. It's only like good for a couple months, which means I have to upgrade because
Yeah.
I email a lot.
Hey, Carmen, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that.
Hey,
Make sure we follow
Carmen,
you
that's
back if we're
awesome.
not already. Guess what they have me making right now? Dildos, Cameron. Yeah, I was gonna say my phone has spell check on that, and it constantly tries to correct me, and I'm like, if I wanted to be fucking
Oh
correct,
no!
then I
If
would
if
type it
if
correctly.
I didn't, if I didn't have spell check on my phone, everything I texted would be incoherent. It'd be like, is this guy drunk?
Oh no! Trust me, trust me.
It's
As much
Chris.
as yeah, as much as you and I text, and I know how difficult it is for you to read. Trust me, I understand. I speak Jeff.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
fluently speak
after
Jeff.
25 years, I would hope so.
Yeah, I fluently
Speaking of
speak Jeff when you text
speaking
me.
of ages and years, Saturday is going to be an amazing episode. 'Tis my birthday.
We're canceling Saturday's episode.
Fuck
Um,
you.
Saturday is the Big Ten championship game at 8 o'clock between Michigan and Iowa because Michigan did the
I
impossible
did
and they
see that.
smacked the dog shit out of
And
Ohio State.
and they stormed the fucking field.
Yeah, they did.
Mask and sight.
That's okay.
Yeah, I didn't care.
I'm on the laptop and I have to be able to spell correct now. Yeah, right. I just don't care. I spell how I talk, so.
Yeah, well, exactly. I'm like, I sounded out.
Yeah. No, I just punch. And my problem, like on my phone, not even so much that I can't type or that I can't spell or anything like that, or I mean I can't
Those
actually
big
spell.
sausage fingers.
Yeah, I fat finger the shit out of my keyboard. I mean,
I do too.
my phone is my phone. My hand is still bigger than my damn phone, so my thumb is like half of my
Do
screen.
you do
So I'm
you
like,
hit B when you mean to hit space a lot?
no, I hit space when I mean to hit anything on that bottom row.
I literally will go to send something, and my wife will be like, "What the fuck? Why is all these are those supposed to be spaces? And I'm like, yeah. I manhandle my phone. She's like, Jesus, it's not your dick.
Exactly, Mosh. I've actually started telling people to duck off. I don't even say fuck anymore. I just say duck. My phone has beaten me down and has won that. If I could figure out a way to carry a stylus around all day and have
I
it.
can't type with a stylus. I want a stylus just to draw on my phone because I have a drawing app.
I was
But
playing a game on my
typing
phone
with one is
with
like,
yeah.
it's so annoying.
I was playing a game on my phone the other day. I've got this boxing game and it's like a swiping game. So you
Okay,
got to
yeah.
use your thumbs. And I was using the stylus on. I was like, damn, I'm so much better at this game with this thing.
I'm fucking amazing. Now I know how I'm getting beat all the time. I'm playing against my dad.
Yeah. Pretty much. No,
No, but
I do.
I did go to Costco, and as I sent pictures to you, and I put it on my Snap stories, but
He
I
did.
bought
I
two
used to hear
big ass
downstairs.
pumpkin pies and a badass pecan pie that there's still about a full slice left
Nice.
because it's
Well, I wound
so
up.
goddamn sweet. Holy shit!
I wound up going from thinking I was gonna just be doing Thanksgiving by myself like I did last year
Right?
to uh, TJ, my buddy Kevin, his wife. She texted me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting ready to cook dinner." And she's like, "By yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" She's like last year?" I was like, "Yeah, pretty much." She's like, "Get your ass over here." Yeah. She's like, "You are not eating alone again." So they did like a little friendsgiving with their neighbors and stuff. So I wound up going over there for dinner Thursday night, and then Friday we went to the courthouse lighting. Me and the
I
kids, and
saw
then we
that.
met Kevin and TJ.
I
What
saw
do you
that.
guys call Thanksgiving in Ireland? Do you have Thanksgiving in Ireland, or is it a different holiday altogether? Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well,
I was
Thanksgiving.
gonna say
Well,
Thanksgiving isn't
Thanksgiving's
really an American holiday because
yeah, it's an
literally,
American holiday.
I mean, they sell the stuff here, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not like they overstock to the point where I'm going
Well,
tomorrow
you
to buy
guys,
more pumpkin pie.
who is this lick one? Oh no, I think that's Jay. Never mind. Um, yeah, I was gonna say, but you guys have a lot of American transplants down there and stuff,
Yeah,
though, don't
yeah.
you?
There's a
So,
whole bunch of expats down here, and throughout Mexico in general. And of
yeah,
course, we have like five or six Walmarts in Cancun. So being American, Costco and Sam's Club. So being American companies, that shit's there. But
yeah.
Costco
So I
sells these
mean,
amazing giant. They are 15-inch pumpkin pies, and
yeah.
fuck, they're good.
Um,
And I have to correct you on the whole spoon and whipped cream thing. Didn't work out for me. Had to go back to the
lick
fork.
one on as pops. Apparently, I don't know if that's pops or
That's kind of
not. Not only do I get Thanksgiving off, but I also had Friday off. I had a 4-day weekend,
yeah. So did I.
and then we roll
I
into
was
this.
climbing the walls.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Why the hell did it change it to that? Apparently, pops is lick one on. But now we roll into Christmas or December, and Christmas I think I get Thursday and Friday off.
Nice.
And then a week later, I get Friday off for New Year's Eve, but I think I'm going to take Thursday and Monday off, or to use some vacation time to take 2 days off because I think we're going down to, we're planning on going down to Tennessee to spend New Year's Eve with
We're
Summer and
actually
Becca.
we're actually going to go down. We're going to go up to Mexico City and
Nice.
take the laptop and everything. I'll do the podcast from there if we do.
Yeah, I'll have to honestly see what's going on.
Because that's the beauty of my job. I can do it from anywhere in the world. All I need is Wi-Fi.
No, yeah, exactly. Oh, nice. I wouldn't mind having 2 weeks off. Well,
Oh shit, that'd be awesome.
we'll see what happens.
Although after about a week, I'd probably start climbing the walls because it took me so long to find a good job that I actually like I
Yeah.
literally, I wake up in the morning and without even realizing, I'm like, shit, it's 8 o'clock already.
Yeah.
I just
Most
did a
days I
12-hour
feel like
day.
most days. No, I wasn't in Tennessee today. I was on campus today at work. Most days it feels like I'm off. I'm off when I'm at work.
Yeah, well, if you're seriously looking for something broken, like Chris is walking
Yeah.
around breaking stuff, I'll fix it. I got something to do
Yeah.
now.
Oh
I feel
shit,
like I've
that
actually
door.
done something
Yeah.
today.
Oh man, that
Standing around a
doorknob's
bike
broke.
wrench, smacking shit.
Why are all these doorknobs busted? What the hell? Man, these
That's
lights are exploding in this room. I should change them.
yeah.
Damn nice. You can't beat that, Mosh. You guys shut down for 2 weeks. I'm in building maintenance, but I work for the Iowa State University. So, dude, I walked into work Monday morning like a cockstrong motherfucker, boy. I walked in there. I walked in there with my Michigan cup with this one,
I bet. I bet
and
you're just like, yeah, boy.
I walked in. I was carrying that bitch around, and the guys in the shop, they're like, "Yeah, don't even start your shit." And one of the bosses across the hall for the other zone, he came over. He's a Michigan fan, and he was like, "Yeah, buddy." He was like dapped it up or whatever, and then he started talking shit. And I was like, "I'm not even going to talk that much shit. I'm just coming in. I'm just letting it be known that,
Just happy.
you know." But then a couple guys took like yesterday and Monday off for deer season because deer season starts
Oh,
right
yeah.
after
That's right.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's
So
December 1st,
uh,
isn't it?
the one guy came back today, and I walked into the office and I smiled at him. He was like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't even talk to me." I was like, "No, no, no, no. We're going to talk."
And then you tell him, and the worst part, you didn't even get a deer.
Yeah, that's what I asked you. I was like, "Do you have any luck?" And he was like, "Nah, not really." And I was like, "Huh." So not only did the Buckeyes get smashed, you didn't even get a deer. You probably needed those 2 days off to mourn.
Yeah.
Nice. That would be actually one of them, like a regular crane mosh or one of them big ass
Or
fucking
one of those big
skyscrapers.
giant ones that I won't even look at because they freak me
Yeah,
out.
those things give me the heebie-jeebies just to look at
Have
them.
you seen that video on
You
TikTok?
recently got into American football. Who's your team?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I use the stylus here at Mosh is in Ireland. He said he just recently got into American foosball. But what were you gonna say?
Oh, there's a video on TikTok where a guy, he's in one of those cranes, the real tall ones that grow themselves, and he's in the little cab, and he grabs the wall of the cab, and it moves, and you can actually see through it. It's rusted so bad, and I'm like, dude,
Yep.
fuck that job.
Yeah. Right, yeah, I'm with you there, Mosh. I don't do tower cranes. I can't even look at them things. If I'm driving down the road and I see one, I'm so afraid of heights. I'm so terrified of heights. Just looking at them, if I get too close driving by one, you know how your like stomach just
You
drops.
start getting palpitations, and you're just like, oh my
Yeah,
god, no. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. And there's videos that guys make where they're climbing up the ladders on them. I'm like, no,
No, no. I
why?
don't even like climbing the cranes in fucking Warzone. Because I'm like, no, do I?
That's funny that you say that because there has been a couple times where, like, way back in the day, one of the Spider-Man games that first came out,
Uh-huh.
it used to fuck me up so bad when I would play that game
Oh,
because you're literally swinging
swinging
from
from the top of
skyscraper
a
to
building.
sky. Yeah, it's just like, yep.
The new
There
one
you
they
go.
have, it's just called Spider-Man, I think, but it's for the
Yeah.
PlayStation 4. That thing is fucking. That game's badass. I was seriously impressed. But
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe getting that down the road. I just got the new Avengers game.
Oh yeah, is it good?
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
getting
it's all
Silver
right.
Armor on Saturday.
It's all right. It was free on Xbox with
Oh,
my
'cause you got the
Game
Game
Pass
Pass.
that I have. Yeah, I mean it's all right. It's just real long and drawn out. I mean it's a cool story and whatnot. It's takes forever to get anywhere. I've been
Kevin
coming
was
home and
watching-
playing the.
Kevin was watching the Guardians of the Galaxy game on YouTube. It looks pretty badass. The storyline looks pretty good.
Mosh, if you have Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and you follow us, DM me, and I'll send you a site that you can use, and you can watch pretty much every sports game. It's actually an app that you can download on your phone,
Homework.
and I use that a lot for because even though I live in Ohio, I don't get to watch a lot of hockey games.
It's 'cause it's
I'm a big
Canadian
Blue
sport.
Jackets fan, so I will actually use that on my phone, and I believe I can stream it to my TV.
Oh yeah. I found
Instagram,
out like
Instagram is Nonsensical Nonsense.
yeah.
I think it's like Nonsensical Nonsense Pod. Just search Nonsensical Nonsense. You'll find us.
I think it has a podcast at the end. One of them does.
But
I think Twitch does too.
speaking of superheroes,
Yeah.
You want your daughter just
um,
wishes.
see if I can get this to work here. Oh god,
Uh oh.
you sent me a video.
Yes, I
figure
saw that.
we can.
It's an interesting concept, and I already know which one I'm picking.
I already know which one I'm picking too, and that might surprise you. Actually,
I'm
it probably won't
curious.
surprise you at all.
I
But-
don't think mine will surprise you at all.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the audio. I think it should come
Uh-huh.
through. Okay, let me know how it sounds.
Yeah, it's like a
Um,
minute 6.
Yeah, so listen to it, and then we'll kind of because that'll lead me into my top 10 that I'm doing tonight.
Yep.
I'm about to give you a list of powers you can gain simply by taking a pill. The question is, which pill would you take and what would you use your newfound powers for? Blue pill, you gain the strength and endurance to lift about 20 tons safely. Red pill, super speed. Let's say you can run about Mach 6 and withstand all the stresses that would put on your body. Yellow pill, elemental control. Let's give you the control over earth, wind, fire, and water. Green pill, super intelligence. Let's put all the most brilliant minds in the world in a single room and you can make them look like an idiot child. Orange pill, omnifabrication. The ability to literally build anything. Purple pill, telepathy. The ability to read minds, communicate telepathically, and influence others. Black pill, immortality. You revert to your prime forever, and let's say so long as your body isn't destroyed entirely, it can always be pieced back together. Pink pill, teleportation, anywhere in the world. Gray pill, invisibility. You and anything you touch can become invisible. And white pill, the ability to use magic, which is almost any stretch of the imagination. But it takes energy to use. So what are you choosing?
So
Anything you
what is your
touch
choice?
can become invisible. And white pill, the ability
Oh
to
yeah,
use...
you gotta pause it in the right spot.
Yeah, I had to pause it. So
Yeah, I would honestly go with the Omni. What's the orange one? The Omni. Basically, you can build anything. But
I
the
think
super
it is the
intelligence
same.
sounds interesting.
I think it is the same profile picture, Mosh. It's
think so.
not private, so you can scroll through and you'll see videos and pictures of us and whatnot. So just to recap, basically he asked if you could take one pill and be given any superpower. You got blue super strength, yellow elemental control, orange omnifabrication, which is what you were saying,
Yes,
black
that's one I take.
immortality, gray or silver invisibility, red super speed, green super intelligence, purple telepathy, pink teleportation, and white magic. Joe said she would do red super speed. You said you would do omnifabrication?
Yeah, well, I can build most stuff, but there's some stuff that I'm just like, whoa, that's too. The ability to build anything I can imagine, holy fuck, dude.
Well, being the ultimate bad guy that I am, I'm going to take 16 of my bronze pills and put them into the guy who's giving me the pills, and then I'm going to take all of them.
Nice. Yeah, but let's say you can only pick one. What are you choosing?
I was torn
It's a
between.
coin toss, really.
I was torn between immortality and super strength.
Really, I can see
Yeah,
that. Super
because-
strength. The super strength is cool, but
I mean, I could pretty much do whatever I wanted with super strength, anyways.
yeah, that's true. I mean, you just walk
And-
off with the bag.
But yeah, and then I mean, and as far as like immortality, as he said, it's like Deadpool. You chop off my arm, well, it'll come back.
Exactly.
Or
Exactly.
you chop off my head, well, I can pick it up and twist it back
But-
on. Type deal.
The only good thing about immortality.
I got you, Mosh. I just seen it. I got you.
Excellent. The only good thing I see about immortality is you basically, after a certain point, you never have to worry about money again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, not even that. I mean, it would just be. I mean, I don't know.
But even with any of them, you don't really have to worry about money.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially,
elemental
I
control.
do kind of elemental control would be cool because you could be like the world's greatest fireman, or
There is that. I mean,
construction company. I mean,
yeah.
you
Oh,
walk into any
forest
construction
fire.
company, you got it. I got this. You know,
Oh, the rainforest is on fire. Never
let me
fear.
fix that. Yeah,
Yeah.
or you need this road done. You know, we need this
Yeah.
wall built. There you go, boys. It's
Yeah,
done. You know,
exactly.
you need the footer
I don't
done.
think I would really care about telepathy or teleportation or magic, any of those,
Magic,
or
I don't.
super
Super
intelligence. I've gotten
intelligence.
this far in life. I've gotten this far in life as being a dummy. I don't
It's
really don't
tempting to
need to be smart.
make everyone around you look stupid. That would be
Yeah,
fun.
but
For like it'd
it's
be
so
fun for like a day.
yeah, but it's so
But
much funner to
after
be a dummy
yeah, exactly.
and then make
And
people
use
feel
the
stupid.
excuse, well, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I just made you
Yeah.
feel dumb, and I'm dumb. Invisibility, I feel like I would just get in trouble like Kevin Bacon did in Hollow
Yes.
Man.
Yes. Well, the whole premise of Hollow Man was you amazed what you can do when you don't have to look at
Yeah.
yourself in the mirror. So that one's just dangerous. And of course, with the invisibility, I literally see every 12-year-old boy going, I'd walk
Energy.
into a girl's bathroom. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
which would be like, well, that's going to get me in trouble.
But you know, I like my idea. I'll take 16 of my bronze pills, inject them into the guy with all the other pills, and then I'll just take all the pills, and then I'll just have everything. And then I can be a good guy or I can be a bad guy. Maybe on days that end in, on even days I'll be a bad guy, and on odd days I'll be a good guy. You know, who knows?
I mean, the problem I have with immortality is you literally have to watch everyone you know eventually die. And there's
Yeah,
nothing
well,
you can do.
well, I mean, I think as much as that sucks and as terrible as that is, over time,
After a couple hundred years, you wouldn't remember them
I mean,
anyways.
look at Wolverine for instance.
Yeah.
You know, he watched everybody. You just become numb to it. As terrible as
Yeah.
that sounds, you just become numb to it at that point.
Right.
So it doesn't
But
really phase you.
that first 50, 60 years is like, man, that's going to suck.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, you literally have to watch your kids die. And there's a 99.9% chance you're going to watch your parents die anyways. But, you know what I mean? It's like watching your kid die. Ooh, that would be rough. But,
it's my top 10. Yeah, well, um, I mean, you have to watch your kids die and everything like that, but you know, there's at the same time you'd be able to watch your grandkids grow, your great grandkids, your great
that's
great
true.
grandkids. You know, you'd be able to watch
But
your
you
family.
eventually two in like let's say 500 years, you got to worry about, oh, am I sleeping with my great great granddaughter?
Well, no, you
You can't
obviously
become celibate. That's bullshit.
no. You obviously
You just pick different races.
you
I only go Asian.
you you may
Century.
you keep in contact, you know, with your family, so it's not like Pops doesn't like us anyways, so he wouldn't mind watching us die. Yes, fair enough. But no, I mean, uh,
But I mean,
I don't know.
granted, 1,000 years down the road, if you're accidentally sleeping with your great great to the 50th fourth power, it's
Well, I
not
think
gonna
that's
matter
okay.
anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be all right. But you know, I would assume that with the super strength comes like invulnerability, where you're not like somebody can't shoot you and kill you. You're going to be, you know,
Yeah, okay, I
you're,
see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense.
so
I mean, the
yeah,
cool thing about the super strength is like, oh, you need this moved? Not a problem. I mean, you'd be a one-man moving company right there.
yeah. Well,
Just
I
get you a
mean,
truck
I have
and you
been.
pick up the stuff. No, but I
Yeah,
mean, but at the end of the day, instead of being tired from carrying fridges all day, you're like, huh,
yeah,
I'm ready to go another 14, 15 hours.
yeah. Right.
But
I would use it to
I saw that
play
video,
sports.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm the world's greatest fucking athlete. The world's
And I'm
strongest
only
man.
using,
God, guys are like,
and
this is a Wednesday. Come on, guys.
I'm
Let's
only using
kick it.
a quarter. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll use like a quarter of my strength just so I don't completely blow the competition
Yeah,
out of the water.
it's
The Cleveland Browns
all
have won
the
an unprecedented 60 Super Bowls in a row.
with this guy that's 152, looks like he's 25, but whatever. We'll just glaze over that. No, but it goes down to the Smallville thing.
Tom Brady played till he was 50. This guy's 150, and he's still winning Super Bowl.
He's still kicking Brady's ass. No, but it goes back to the. I mean, what you're saying is you'd have to use less strength if you did sports or something like that. It goes back to the Smallville thing of when Clark Kent joined the football team and he
Hey, thanks for hanging out, Mosh.
had to
Appreciate the
fall
follows,
down.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, Moss,
Take care, man.
have a good one, brother.
You can catch every episode on Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple. All at Nonsensical Nonsense. Mm-hmm. Oh, appreciate the heart, Bob. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
But
I mean,
exactly.
they all have their merits, with the exception of magic, because who am I, Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Homework.
Which you would be ecstatic.
Oh, I'd be like, probably you.
Yeah.
The teleportation thing would be quite cool too, because
I just think
it's
like,
oh shit, I got 5 minutes before we do the next episode. I'm in Ohio. I need to get to Cancun. Boom, I'm there.
why would you go to Cancun if you're in Ohio and we got a podcast?
all
Why
my
don't you
shit's
just
here.
teleport? Why don't you just fucking
Well,
teleport to my
I
living
can
room?
teleport here, pick up my laptop, and go there. My point is,
I have a laptop.
you know what I mean, because one's got to be a camera. That way they
Oh,
can see
shit.
the beer can
Oh.
go from one screen to the next.
Yeah. Oh shit, Chris! I'm in your living room. We got a podcast to do in 30 seconds. Gotta go. What the fuck is? We could have
Oh,
just.
I'm back. I didn't get my laptop. I left it in Cancun. It was in China, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, the teleportation would be cool, but much like.
I mean, you could literally jump in front of any line, and nobody would notice.
Well, and I also, because like in comic books, the characters that can teleport, they can only teleport to some place that they can see.
Right.
So it's not like you're sitting in the living room and you're like, I'm going to Australia today. I'm going to go kick a kangaroo's ass, poof, and you transport.
Well, I mean, there's no rule. I mean,
Well, how do you know? There's always a catch. There's always a catch.
That's the one point I wanted to bring up. What's the catch to these pills?
Yeah, exactly.
You take the wrong one, gives you cancer. You get magic and cancer. Yay! But
Magic and cancer of the balls.
yeah. Well,
Son of a bitch.
Deadpool.
No, I got magic. I can just magic the
Basically,
cancer away.
Deadpool. I'm immortal,
Yeah.
but I have cancer. What are you gonna do? I got COVID and cancer,
well.
and I'm immortal, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't think they would wear off if they're going to give you immortality. They couldn't wear off. That'd be such a bullshit. Oh, I'm immortal. Well, it wears off in a month. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What
it would
dumb
be the
shit is
problem.
that?
It's like you got to take a pill every month, which is like so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and that's kind of how it was. I don't know if I don't know if you watch American Horror Story, but this new season of American Horror Story, the double feature. The first feature, whatever, dealt with
Listen,
vampires.
I can't get my mic because this truck's super loud.
But it was like a little pill that they had to continuously take, like a vitamin to still be a vampire and have their vampire skill, whatever type bullshit. So, I guess that would be one thing.
That goes back to that. There's a series and there was a movie called Limitless with Bradley
Yeah.
Cooper. It's the same thing. He had to take a pill every morning. And the series is really good. And I'm pissed that nobody's picked it up for a second season. Because I got into it. It was like 15 episodes, and I was like, oh, when's season 2 coming out? And it's like, it's up in the air. Netflix has talked about taking over, and so is Hulu and everybody else. And I'm like, just somebody pick it
Yeah.
up. But, whatever.
Somebody picked that shit up.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it was alright. I watched.
Did you see any of Hawkeye?
Not yet.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
Well,
Do you remember I was talking about True Grit a couple episodes ago?
yeah.
Well, the girl from True Grit, she's she's the she's Hawkeye's sidekick there. That's the same
Oh,
girl.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of superheroes and superpowers, I got a top 10 for you real quick.
Okay, go for it. Play your music. I'm gonna get my cigarette.
It's my top 10 because it's my show and I do everything and I have a microphone. So here's my fucking top 10, you stupid pricks.
That's just like,
Opinion, man.
So it was
what
funny
is your
that you
top 10?
it was funny that you sent me that this morning because the other night I was looking up top 10s and I was like, let's venture down to the nerd universe.
Okay.
And I have the top 10 greatest comic book villains of all time.
Nice.
So it's like it's one of those things where
You're a fucking nerd. Have you ever seen Hot Tub Time Machine?
No.
Oh my god, you gotta see the second one. The one guy's like, so it's like Westworld, and they're like, nerd. It's Greg Robertson, and I don't remember the bald guy's name, but he's hilarious. They sit there, and they just start dancing, and he's like, nerd, you're a fucking nerd, and nobody likes you. So genius. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I would much rather be a comic book nerd than a Harry Potter nerd. I'm
I'm just a
saying.
nerd all around when it comes to anything,
Yeah.
you know.
But again, it's one of those things where we haven't really talked much this week, and you sent me that, and I had already had this top 10 saved, so they kind of played into each other perfectly. All right,
Once
nice
again,
little segue.
get the fuck out of my head, sir.
Get the fuck out of my head. Get out of my head!
It's creepy how often we do the same thing and are on the same level, even though
Yeah.
like, we've spoke like 3 times this week.
Exactly. But
It's
coming in at number 10 on the greatest comic book villains of all time. Number 10 is the Reverse Flash,
okay.
featuring first in Flash number 139 in September of 63. And I know I'm going to butcher these names, so don't kill me, comic book nerds. Don't come at me. I am sorry.
Here we go. Fact check.
Yeah, right. Eilborn Thawne,
Yeah.
just like most comic book villains, was not born evil. He was a brilliant scientist from the 25th century. During Thawne's time, the Flash, Barry Allen, was a legend he adored and loved. To follow his idol's footsteps, Thawne tried to recreate the accident that made Barry a speedster with the cosmic treadmill. The experiment was successful, but it had injured Thawne. He spent his entire wealth trying to model his countenance after Barry Allen. Thawne decided to travel back in time to meet his hero, Barry Allen. To his shock, he realized he did not travel back enough, and at that timeline, the Flash had died. He also discovered a newsletter depicting how the Flash defeated a supervillain by the name of Thawne. He then realized his destiny was to be Barry's arch enemy, the Reverse Flash. With this realization, Thawne traveled further back to time to kill the Flash. However, this attempt met him with another failure. Instead, he killed Barry's mother, which got Barry's father locked up because they blamed Barry, which hence is why Barry started working in the forensics department to prove that his dad was innocent, and then became the Flash in the freak accident.
Basically, the plot of the TV show.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You've literally slowly rolled into, like, right up to the second he kills his mom. That's where the TV show starts.
That's the downfall. What's the downfall? Oh, never mind. No, that's where the CW has done really good on these superhero shows
so
with
good.
Arrow and Flash and Lois and Clark and Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow and everything like that. They've nailed it. They've been spot on.
Yeah, they DC movies, 90% shit, but DC TV shows, spot on.
And then coming in at number 9, the trickster, Thor's little brother, Loki.
Loki.
Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby created Loki for the Marvel Universe. Loki, the adopted son of Odin. Odin adopted him after he defeated LaFay, who died in battle, which was Loki's actual father.
Yeah.
Having to live in Thor's shadow, Loki learned the science and magic of Asgard, which he later used to torment Thor, Asgardians, and even the whole universe. Loki has always envied all that belonged to Thor, including the love and affection his parents gave him. This jealousy quickly grew into hatred, and from an early age, Loki had made himself an arch enemy of Thor. Marvel first introduced Loki in '85, Journey into the Masters, and introduced Loki in number 85, Journey into Mastery. Good lord, I can't talk
There's
tonight.
a big difference, 85 and number 85.
Yeah, number 85.
Yeah.
In October of '62.
Wow. That just shows how fucking badass Stan Lee was. I mean, back
Just
in
look at
'62.
the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, well, yeah,
was-
but I mean,
Yeah.
I would have loved to have. There's a video clip, and it's from a DVD set that Kevin Smith did. That Stan Lee shows up at Kevin Smith's comic book store, and the guys at the comic book start asking Stan Lee questions, like what, as one does as a comic book nerd, and they literally sit down Indian style on the floor and just like, tell us a story, Stan Lee. It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Pretty much.
But I would do the same thing, like Thor, or when Hulk goes big, is his donk big too, or what the fuck, dude? I'm curious because this is the shit you don't see. But yeah, I digress.
Well, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created a lot for the Marvel Universe. I mean, they're legends.
Oh, there. And
Speaking of-
Kirby doesn't get enough credit. He did a lot.
Speaking of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby creations, coming in number 9, Dr. Victor Von Doom from the Fantastic Four. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created and designed Dr. Doom for the Marvel Universe. Victor Von Doom was a child when he lost his mother while she was trying to invoke a demon spirit. The tragedy continued as he later lost his father. Now an orphan, his father's best friend raised him. Victor discovered his mother's magic books and relics, and he tried to rescue his mother's soul from the demon. It was an obsession to bring back his mother's soul that turned him into evil. Victor became successful with science and attended the same school as Reed Richards, also known as Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. Thus, Victor consequently became Reed's enemy. To free his mother's soul from the demon again, Victor invented the machine with flawed calculations that resulted in an explosion. This explosion scarred his face and led to his expulsion from the school. Victor later studied the Order of the Monks, where they made him his suit of armor, and he became Dr. Doom. He was a major antagonist of Mr. Fantastic and his Fantastic Four. As you may know, Dr. Doom first showed up in July of '62 in Fantastic Four number 5.
Showing our age.
Yeah. I started reading comics in '63. I was 6 years old. Oh, God. Talk about fingers.
Talk about nerd.
Yeah. Coming in at number 7, Sinestro. Sinestro is from DC. That's Green Lantern's enemy.
Okay, Lantern. Sorry, my bad.
Sinestro first appeared in August of '61 in Green Lantern number 7, Volume 2. John Broome and Gil Kane created and designed him for the DC Universe. For a time, Sinestro was the best Green Lantern before his banishment to the planet Quard, because of his beliefs. During his exile in Quard, Sinestro made the first Yellow Ring empowered by fear. He also created his super squad of villains. With that, he was ready. Sinestro unleashed his wrath on the Green Lantern Corps and the entire universe. Sinestro became the ultimate villain. Oh my God, for Hal Jordan, also known as the Green Lantern, who was his former student and protege. And that's the Green.
The one thing about the Green Lantern movie, the atrocity that it is, they did lead up to that. You know, they
Shut
did
up,
show. No, but they did. I mean, they did. They showed him
Joanne told you
at
to
the
shut up.
very end of the movie. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, they did show that story. So as bad as
Yeah.
that movie was, and it was mainly the effects, not the movie.
It was.
They did pretty much stick to the plot.
No, they did good. I kind of like the Green Lantern movie. I know
too.
it's kind of much like the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck. You know, it is what it is, but you know, I still enjoyed it. I still liked it, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm curious to see if DC just lets their the DCU just die, or if they're going to continue to expand it like they've talked about and introduce Green Lantern again and with the Justice League and all that other jazz.
I don't know, but they're still contemplating doing their MonsterVerse over there at Universal.
Mm.
As in our boy is said to be playing Dracula, Mr. Nick Cage,
Jesus Christ.
which will be fucking hilarious.
speaking of Nick Cage, we'll get into that here in a few. Well, when we come back from break, before or after news, we'll get into that.
Holy shit, that movie's awesome.
Coming in at number 6, another DC with a name that might sound a little bit familiar here. Darkseid, created by Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby was double dipping in the DC and Marvel universe.
Yeah, well, they had a fallout for a short time.
Mm-hmm. I do actually kind of remember that.
Yeah.
But I vaguely, I remember reading comics and I was big into DC, but I enjoy Marvel too.
I didn't understand that.
Well, bitch, I wasn't talking to you.
I was like, is that my computer? I was looking at my work stuff going, is my shit still on? Am I live?
Yeah.
Am I on the phone?
No, that is my Google Assistant deciding that she's just going to randomly speak her mind.
She's fact checking you.
Nobody's talking to you, whore. But number 6, Darkseid, created by Jack Kirby for the DC multiverse. In this famous origin tale, Darkseid was previously known as Euaxis. Or I'm sorry again. I know there's somebody's going to come. If anybody.
I was never a huge DC guy except for Superman.
Darkseid was basically their Thanos.
Okay.
But Darkseid was previously known. He was the prince who witnessed the disappearance of his father. He killed his mother in retaliation for murdering his wife. His drive for power led to killing of his brother, who was supposed to be the next king, so that he could be the king of Apocalypse. These two events were portrayed as the reason behind Darkseid's refusal to love and his becoming the evil god Darkseid. Darkseid grew to become one of the most powerful beings in the DC multiverse, and he was a constant threat to the Justice League and all of DC multiverse. His first appearance was in November of '70 in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, number 134. So yeah, basically he was their Thanos, and
Okay.
in Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, that is who Steppenwolf was working for.
Okay.
Basically, essentially.
All right.
They showed him a couple times in the movie here and there, like real quick flashes of Darkseid.
Yeah.
Number 5, back to the Marvel Universe, another Stan Lee creation. Probably one of Spider-Man's biggest nemesis, Norman Osborn,
Yeah.
a.k.a. the Green Goblin,
Green
coming in at number 5. Stan Lee created the Green Goblin with significant adjustments from Steve Ditko, while Marvel Comics published it. Norman Osborn was born to rich parents before his father lost all the family wealth. He became a drunk and an abusive father and husband. This cool upbringing made Norman decide to pursue power and wealth. Norman founded the company Oscorp with his former teacher. He later had him arrested for embezzlement so he could have total control of the company. With his partner in jail, Norman starts experimenting with some of his partner's work until it exploded to his face. Norman noticed how fast his body healed and how he had grown more intelligent. The Green Goblin became Spider-Man's arch enemy by killing his girlfriend, Gwen Stacy. In the Goblin's quest for ultimate power, he constantly met Spider-Man. He debuted in July of '64 in Amazing Spider-Man number 14. So he's
Green Goblin is, and Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, genius.
fucking awesome. And the new Spider-Man
Name
movie.
a role Willem Dafoe didn't kill.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And the new Spider-Man movie, where Spider-Man's goofy ass breaks the multiverse and everybody and their brother shows up, Green Goblin shows up, and I'm curious.
Well, I don't know
if
if
it's-
Willem's going to be on there, but
I don't know who's playing the Green
Did
Goblin.
you see in the news that a toy company that is putting out the merch for the new Spider-Man movie accidentally released the cast that, like literally if you go on, well, a couple days ago anyways, if you went on to IMDb and looked up the cast of Spider-Man, it said Tom Holland 3 times.
Yeah.
And Zendaya 3 or 4 times. And this new toy came out for the Spider-Man movie, and it says starring Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and Andrew Garfield, and people fucking lost their minds.
Yeah, but that was no big secret. Like everybody knew that they were bringing the 3 Spider-Mans together for this movie.
Exactly.
Been seeing ads for it looks really good, Joe.
Oh, it looks so good. I have to put a light bulb in. Go ahead and keep talking. I'm listening.
But let's go ahead and jump back to the DC universe with number 4. Spider-Man, Superman's archenemy, Lex Luthor. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster created, again, comic book legends in their own right. Jerry and Joe created Lex Luthor for the DC universe. Lex Luthor is the son of wealthy philanthropist Lionel Luthor. As a kid, Lex grew up in Smallville and attended the same high school as Clark Kent. Lex became obsessed with Superman. What started as watchfulness soon escalated into envy and then hatred for any and every extraterrestrial. What the fuck is he doing? Extraterrestrial. There we go. Jesus Christ. Lex became an evil genius with unlimited access to his father's wealth. He became an adversary to Superman and caused him a lot of heartache. Lex made his first appearance in April in Action Comics, number 23. What year do you think Lex made his first appearance?
Well, let's see. Action Comics, I would say 56. 57.
I would say you're about 16 years too late.
Oh,
In
really?
April of 1940,
Holy
in Action
shit.
Comics, Lex made his debut.
Wow. I was off. You asked what the hell I was doing. I literally said I'm going to mute my mic and put in a new light bulb.
Yeah, so Lex has been around for a good while. He's been antagonizing Superman for 80 years now. 81 years almost. Actually, 81, almost 82.
As we know from the Superman movies, Lex Luthor only really cares about is land. It's like every scheme of those Chris Reeves fucking Superman movies is Lex Luthor's gonna get the land.
Well, it was the same thing in that one Superman movie where they ended up on the Superman Returns with Brandon Roth and
and Kevin Spacey is Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Spacey.
I love Spacey. Okay, I get it. Spacey did some dumb shit, but the man's an amazing actor.
He is. He's still a jackass, but
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I'm
Coming
not talking about
in,
him personally. I'm talking about his acting chops are there.
yeah. Coming in at number 3, the Mad Titan himself,
Yeah.
created by
Mr.
Jim
Burrow.
Starlin, Thanos, for the Marvel Universe. Where is my gauntlet? I should have put my glove on.
Shout out to Josh Brolin. Man did an
Yeah.
amazing job.
Josh Brolin double dipping, doing Deadpool and Thanos at the
I
same
know,
fucking
right?
time.
You know what I find amazing is all these
Racist
Marvel movies.
old white guy.
the what I find amazing about all these Marvel movies, they've done so well, and they have yet to have a oh fuck we fucked up. That was a bad one. Although apparently, from what I've heard, they're replacing Brie Larson as Captain
I'm
Marvel.
perfectly fine with it. I have not watched that movie yet.
It's not terrible.
Well, anyways, Thanos of Titan, who debuted in February of '73 in the Invincible Iron Man number 55, was born by Mentor and Susan, two powerful Eternals. His birth made him even more powerful than any other Titan, and many feared him even even from an incredibly young age. Thanos cultivated a relationship with the Mistress of Death, which caused his exile from his home planet. In retaliation, Thanos attacked the Titans, but he only killed his mother in the attack. In a bid to impress the Mistress of Death, Thanos set out to gather all the Infinity Gems.
Yeah, that's the one thing in the
Times.
whole Marvel universe they haven't brought up. They haven't brought up death, and
Yeah.
Death and Deadpool have a thing.
Yeah, they do. They have a whole big thing.
Yeah.
But the Infinity Gems, or Infinity Stones, time, soul, space, power, reality, and mind, in a gauntlet. Successful in his quest, Thanos wiped out half of all living things in the world to impress his mistress, Death.
Yeah.
This is one list out of all the top tens that we've done that I'm really happy with, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty fucking impressed because they
I mean,
did,
there's
did
research
a really
done.
good job.
This isn't just somebody's opinion.
Yeah, so I'm thinking next week I might do the top 10 superheroes, or Saturday I might do top 10 superheroes.
Yeah.
See if this same website did a superhero version of this. But number 2, another Stan Lee and Jack Kirby creation from the X-Men universe. The one and only, the only one who was ever really able to put Wolverine in his place, Magneto.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious why Magneto was able to do so. Whoa, what the
Yes.
giant fucking spider?
But Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created Magneto for the Marvel Universe, and he first appeared in the X-Men #1
Wow.
in 1963. Originally, his name was Max Eisenhart. Magneto suffered a tough childhood through the Holocaust, watched his parents and sister executed. Max grew into a hard-working young man supporting his wife and daughter until an attack from locals forced him to use his powers. That night, his house was set ablaze with his daughter inside. Magneto killed all those that burnt his house, and in the process, killed his daughter.
Ooh.
After some time, Magneto had his name changed to Eric Magnus Flensher. He then later met Charles Xavier. The two men became friends and even fought together of the same cause. Soon enough, Xavier began to frown on some of Eric's ideology, especially his war on mutant supremacy. Charles Xavier wants a world where humans and mutants can live together in peace, but Eric would rather let humans worship the mutants. This difference was the beginning of what became an arch rivalry between Magneto's League of Supervillains and the X-Men.
You know what I do find cool about Xavier and Magneto is that these guys, they're on opposite sides of the same coin, yet they could sit around and shoot the shit if they wanted to.
Yeah. You have to factor in they were friends for many years.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
basically they.
Or is the X-Men movie? They show in that film. Not that
Yeah,
it's
they
the
were.
biggest film ever, but
They were. Essentially. They were like brothers, man. But it wasn't. It wasn't even that. You had the one where they went back in time, and then the whole like when they did the X-Men movies where they introduced James McElroy and whatnot
Yeah.
as Xavier, and I can't think of the guy who did
I don't know.
Magneto,
I don't know.
but
But the best part is when they show up and try to recruit Wolverine, and he's like,
yeah, yeah, the fuck out of here.
fucking what's it? Jackman got paid like way too much money for a show up for like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
But yeah,
number
yeah,
one,
yeah, it was a good fucking movie.
number one. And I've said this several times. He's probably easily one of the top villains of all time. We've actually had arguments about this individual.
Okay.
The one and only from DC, created by Jerry Robinson, Bob Kane, and Bill Finger. Joker.
You know what? Joker is a badass. And
Joker.
and people gave Leto shit, but Leto fucking nailed it. Except for
Yeah,
the whole
but you
cat
slept.
thing.
But you slept on Leto, and I told you don't sleep on Leto until you see
no.
the Zack Snyder
Okay,
Snyder cut.
But the problem I had with Leto wasn't Leto. It was the shit around Leto. Like there's a deleted scene where he's in an Escalade with gold fucking AKs.
That
in
was
center console.
the version. That's the great thing about the DC universe. That was the great thing about the DC universe and what they did, without like Marvel said, we have a multiverse.
Right.
So there's 10 different variants of Peter Parker.
Right.
Or Peter Porker. Pretty cool.
Thanks a
You know,
lot,
there's Spider-Man Nor, and there's Spider-Pig Peter Porker. Then
Yeah.
there's
That Miles
all
Morales
these-
movie is fucking hilarious.
I love that movie actually. The soundtrack is amazing to
it's
that
genius.
movie. But DC was like, so we're gonna do these comics, and they're gonna get this version of Superman, Batman,
And then when
Joker.
we get bored, we'll remake them with new characters and with new actors.
But we're still going to keep doing this
Yeah.
version over here. Yeah. We're still going to keep doing this version, but here's a new version. Here's a different. So, and that's the thing about the Joker, where you and I have kind of debated several times, was Jack Nicklaus's Joker was one variant of the Joker.
Right, but it's a little campy.
It
mean,
was
as good
camp.
as he did, it was campy.
You go
He
all the way
was-
back in the day, and I don't know if Joe's here, but I know Joe probably remembers the guy who played Joker in the Adam West Batman.
I can't
Talk about
remember
campy.
his name. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you had that version, then you had
Swirly hair.
you had Jack Nicklaus's version, then you had Heath Ledger's version, and then you got Jared Leto's version, all still Joker, and then you had Joaquin Phoenix's origin story of the Joker. The only time there's so many different. Nobody really knows Joker's origin though. That's the thing that
Well,
with
actually,
the Joker.
that's not true. And it's
That is true because they've
no.
they've
And the
teased
reason why
a lot.
I say it's not, it's teased that the first appearance of Joker is on a napkin, and it was drawn by whoever drew Joker first, and it's Joker in the background working for a circus, and somebody calls him, "Hey, Joker, we got to get on stage." That's the scene that's on a napkin, and it's very crudely drawn, like I could have drawn it, you know.
Well,
but that was
let's
supposedly.
let's just see what they say here. But as I've told a lot of people, don't hate on Jared Leto's version. That's just a different version of Joker.
No, well, I mean,
It's a
everybody has
more-
their favorite.
It's a more that Joker was more psychological, mentally, just mind fuck, and they the way they depicted their Harley and Joker's relationship in that Suicide Squad movie was pretty good, pretty spot on.
Yeah.
But so Jerry Robinson, Bob Kane, and Bill Finger created the Joker for DC Universe. Probably, like I said, my favorite villain of all time. Just me personally. And I didn't create this list, so don't think I put him.
There are even some that say Mark Hamill does the best Joker.
Mark Hamill's Joker was awesome, but it was just a voice.
He's got the best voice.
Yeah, it was a great voice act, but he did get to kind of dabble in the Joker universe on the
Right.
Flash TV show when he played Trickster.
Right.
Um, but the Joker is an unnamed engineer who quit his job to become a stand-up comedian, where he failed miserably. With a pregnant wife and no job, the young man joined an armed robbery gang to support his family. Just before the robbery, fair enough. Just before the robbery, he became aware of the death of his wife and their unborn child. The leader of the gang refused him to
Before you
leave
get in
their
trouble,
plan.
read comments, sir.
Just popping in. I love you too, baby. What are you just popping in for?
She just got home, she said.
Yeah, she just got home from work. But the leader of the gang
Taking her from the
refused.
doghouse, that's all.
Yeah, good looking out. Refused him to leave. Their plan played out wrongly and caused the deaths of his accomplices. While he was trying to escape, he jumped into a drainage system of chemical waste. Coming out of the other end, he noticed that his skin had been bleached to chalk white, his hair dyed green, and his lips turned red. The deformation of his body and the loss of his wife and their unborn child made this young man insane, and the Joker was born. Seeing Batman as a worthy adversary and a life purpose, Joker makes it his duty to torment the masked superhero, believing anyone can lose their sanity if faced with a very bad day. The Joker sets off to give Batman a bad day every day. His first appearance was in Batman #1.
Wow.
And in what year was that, do you think, sir?
Oh, let's see. As I've stated, I'm not the biggest DC guy, so I'm going to say late 50s, early 60s.
And I'm going to say you're wrong again.
Well, as I said,
He appeared at the same time as Mr. Lex Luthor in April of 1940
wow.
in Batman #1.
Talk about a rivalry.
Yeah.
That's
So-
Ohio State, Michigan territory there.
So Joker and Lex Luthor
Same
came
age.
about at the same time as,
More or less.
So they created probably easily two of the top DC characters, villains,
Way before we were even thought of.
at the same time. So Superman had his guy, and Batman had his guy. And just a little thing here at the end of this top 10. It said, final thoughts. Villains may not often end up as fans' favorites, but their impact determines how fans celebrate the superhero's victory. Remarkable villains like the Joker and Lex Luthor made the superheroes they face better because of their intelligence and outstanding knowledge of their art.
That
So,
was a decent list. I agree with that list. I don't have any issues with it. And
exactly,
as you were
Joe.
saying about the whole Joker thing, everybody has their favorites at the end of the day, and putting one up against another is practically impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
And that's what I
really
said.
curious
And-
to see the new Batman movie with Vampire Boy, but it looks dark.
Curious?
As fuck, I'm curious.
Yeah, it looks really dark. They jumped into a pretty looks like they jumped into a pretty dark territory with
Yeah.
Batman. Which I remember reading those Dark Knight comics and how dark and twisted and whatnot. So
Yeah,
no, like I said,
they went
that was
darker than Frank Miller dark.
yeah. They well, I won't say DC got their start as dark comics, and they were, or not necessarily start, but they went into that dark comics territory, and it was a little sideways from what we're used to. The Superman gonna save the day,
Yeah.
Batman gonna save the day. It was a little crazy. I remember reading those, but that is like I said. I think I'm going to see if I can find maybe that same site did a top 10 superheroes, because I found that the other day and I was reading over it and I was like, wow, this is so good. And they kind of, they give you a little bit of extra You know, they'll just like, oh,
Oh,
Thanos is
background.
number 3 because Thanos
Oh,
is badass. You know. The Joker's number 1 because it's the Joker. That's the end.
Well, I mean, he's synonymous with the super. Him and Lex Luthor, they're synonymous because of
Well, yeah,
the fact that they've been
in the
around since
DC
God was a
universe,
boy. But
yeah,
but yeah, you can't have a superhero without a supervillain or a villain.
yeah, absolutely not. But with the list being done, let's go ahead and take ourselves a little breaky break.
Yeah, I gotta get Kevin on his homework. He's got
Yeah,
all this homework he has to do. Well, I finally got my printer working. So I
nice.
spent last night. I don't I don't know what the heck was wrong with it, but I couldn't get it to print. And I fixed it, and he's got like 35 pages. He's got to be done by tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's probably not good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be up late tonight.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
What it is.
this little break music tonight. Blacktop Mojo just dropped a new video today off their new album, and the video is just kind of like a bands will do videos of them on tour and
Oh, okay.
this, that,
That's
and
what
the
it
other
was.
thing. So this is like a lot of behind the scenes. Not that you guys can see the video. I'm not actually going to play the video, just because Hap still has their shit all twisted sideways. But I do want to play the song.
Yeah.
So this is off the new Blacktop Mojo album, and it's called Rewind. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be an. Go ahead. We're going to go right into this. This is their new video, so go ahead and check that out. Check it out.
See what I have to deal with?
Rewind to yesterday morning. We were fine before we knew the world would end. If I told you we could go back to that moment again, would you drop everything, take my hand and follow? You choose yesterday or tomorrow. Sunshine, morning light creeping in. White lies, I don't know what to say again. It's illusion, better than a promise we give. When I love you, for some reason seems hollow. Would you choose yesterday or tomorrow? Don't speak now, live in the moment, babe. Won't run the world and everything's said to say it. I could take it, we lose everything we know. Fight back tears as it takes place. It comes unwound, goes in and out of place. The stereo is screaming in the song, don't sound the same anymore. Rewind the track away back before we knew the world. Inside, I think I know the answer you give. In your eyes, can tell you really wouldn't been. When I met you, we radiated life within. But with you got up, and now it's time to swallow. You choose yesterday or tomorrow.
That was a good song.
Goodbye.
I appreciate those guys cheering us on at the end. That was awfully nice of them.
They did that just for us.
Yeah. Yeah, debut song by Black Dot Mojo here on Nonsensical Nonsense. It's called Rewind. The video just dropped for it. Go check it out on YouTube. Stream the shit out of it. Comment, like it, share it. Tell them that Nonsensical Nonsense sent you. We definitely appreciate the shit out of those guys letting us use their music on our shitty podcast. And they have not sent us a cease and desist yet.
That we know of.
Yeah, well, this is true. You do run the email account, so.
It comes right to my phone, and I get the only emails I get is everybody asking us to go live with them,
Yeah.
which is whatever.
Asking me to go live with them. No, there's probably an email in there. It was like it'll pop up. Email from Black Dot Mojo. You're gonna be like, oh my god,
Freak out.
this is it. We finally got
This is
it.
it. We've
And then
made it.
open it.
Oh, it says, please stop using
Stop.
our music. You're hurting.
Stop using our goddamn music, you ass clowns.
I'm like,
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do
there's
about it?
bad news, sir.
I never seen the cease and desist order. I still have the message from Matt saying that we could use his music, so
Exactly.
I'm going to continue to use their music. No, I'm just but no, guys, definitely go check out Black Dot Mojo everywhere, all social media, YouTube, Spotify. Go stream the shit out of their music. Comment on their
TikTok's
stuff.
actually
Tell
pretty
them,
good, too.
yeah. Comment. Tell them Nonsensical Nonsense sent you. Maybe they'll know who we are. Maybe that'll help us get them on the show. That'd be really cool.
That would be amazing.
But while you're doing that, oh, by the way, welcome back. This is Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm the hostess with the mostest. Yeah, hostess with the mostest, Glick.
No,
That's
you're the
Captain
host.
Part-Time.
Hostess is a female.
Host with the mostest. I was trying to make it rhyme. So, okay, host with the most,
Yeah,
whatever.
I know, but you're like,
Maybe I identify
maybe you
as a
identify
lady
as
today.
female today.
Yeah, leave me alone. Jeez, you transphobic or something? Canceled. I am the host with the most, Glick.
There you go.
Is that better, Jeffrey? And that's
That is
Captain Part-Time Jeff over there, who shows up every once in a while.
Why you let her pass?
But while you're checking out Black Dot Mojo on social media and listening to their music, go check us out as well. Go give us a little love, show us a little support. You can find us at on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Nonsensical Nonsense. You can also, if you'd like to, you can hang out in the chatters box and join us live every Wednesday and Saturday night on Haps TV or Haps, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook and Twitter. All at Nonsense. I think I just had a stroke, Jeff. I smell
Chris, you all right?
toast. At Nonsensical Nonsense, and then you can also get every episode of the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere and everywhere you listen to your podcast. Just search it up, Google it. You'll be surprised about where you can find the podcast at, but it's Nonsensical Nonsense. And then if you've got to sponsor the show, you want to be a guest on the show, you just want to email us and tell us that we suck, it don't really matter, you can always email us at
Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com.
there you go, buddy. A little backtrack from before we went to break. Joe said, and you wonder why Batman #1 comic book
Actually, Superman
is
#1
valued
is
so
even more
high.
expensive.
I'd be curious to know. The comics are.
I know it's triple digits. Last time I heard, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I know it's a minimum triple digits.
Comic books are insane how much they are worth. It blows my mind.
Oh, it's crazy.
But Like I said, I think I'm gonna see if I can find me a top 10 superhero, hopefully by that same site because they did such a really good job on that one.
Yeah,
Hopefully they've got a
I like the
superhero.
background on each one too. You know, where they give the date,
Yeah,
when they showed
a
up,
little,
comic number.
yeah, a little background for you guys. Maybe some people aren't as big at comic book nerds. Like Jeff likes comics, but I think I'm a little bit more of a comic book nerd than he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I
you
read
know,
Punisher when I was a kid.
I read
Junior high.
Punisher. I read them all. I read them all. I'm not even gonna lie.
I didn't have a whole lot of access to it.
And
Yeah.
I know I know I'm a little out there with some of the characters that I like. Like as far as X-Men go, you know, everybody loves Wolverine. Everybody likes Cyclops and this, that, and the other. And my
Right.
two favorite X-Men characters were Gambit and Nightcrawler.
Right?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird because I'm not the biggest on Nightcrawler. I was always a big fan of Magneto.
I think my top three hero-wise were, not in any particular order, but Gambit, Colossus, and Nightcrawler. As far as the good guys go, the bad guys go. Of course, you got to have Juggernaut in there because he was Colossus's nemesis, and then Magneto. He's everybody. I mean, but then
I always wanted to have Magneto's abilities for the simple fact, you know, I can fix any car just by looking at it. Like,
well,
I'll
there's
fix
that.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect body lines. And I bet you that motherfucker can weld like a motherfucker. He's a great construction guy.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't.
35
Yeah, I mean,
seconds.
um,
Brain fart?
yeah, I kind of did have a little bit of a brain fart there.
I had a couple of them today.
I just kind of had a my the brain the train derailed.
I've had that all week since Monday. I just could not get back into it. I was just like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like for some reason I can't
So-
remember my phone number at work. I have to look it up every time.
Yeah, I mean dude. I don't remember phone numbers to save my life anymore.
No, but I have to, when I leave a voicemail, I leave my phone number. So it's like, I always have it up on the bottom of my screen. I'm like, it is. I know my extension.
Yeah. All right. I got derailed because I was looking at
You're preparing for Saturday already.
No, I was refreshing my news article.
Oh, okay. I have a little bit of news article.
Well, speaking of news, let's go ahead and roll into news
All right.
because I got a couple I got a couple doozies tonight, Jeffrey.
Well, while you're doing that, I have a quick movie review.
Well, do your quick movie review.
Yeah,
I'm looking for my
it's
I'm
nothing
looking for my
special.
sounder.
It's I spent, I don't know why, but I watched Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. Like I said,
It's
on
not a movie
Thanksgiving.
review.
No, but I rewatched because it was on Disney Plus, and because my wife decided we were going to watch the Santa Claus movies. I rewatched
Lame.
one of the '90s classics of Ernest Saves Christmas.
The Ernest movies are all
Holy
amazing.
Oh my
I
God.
love Ernest. What
He
was that?
comes
Ernest
flying
scared.
down on that fucking sled, and
Yeah.
he's got Santa's sled, and he's like, ah! And then it stops inches from the ground, and he's like, air brakes. Fucking
Yeah.
genius, man.
The Ernest movies were great. Like, what was
I
that?
literally
The Halloween
spent
one
the
was.
next 4 hours showing my kids Ernest clips on fucking
Yeah.
YouTube. I was like, Ernest was the shit, man.
Yeah, he was.
mean, Murray?
The Halloween one was it? Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh,
Stupid.
Yeah,
It was like Miak.
Miak.
Mother's Miak.
Miak.
speaking of Ernest Scared Stupid and Ernest movies, did you see that Adam Sandler movie that they did on Netflix? What was that movie? It was QB Halloween.
Yes, I've seen it.
That was kind of. I feel like that was kind of a nod to
Yeah, okay, I can see
to
that.
Ernest.
I can see that.
I don't know if it was intentionally or unintentionally, but
I think it was unintentional. But
that was kind of a nod to the Ernest
the
movies.
best part about watching, for me anyways, the best part about watching an Adam Sandler movie is to find out where his wife shows up. Because there's not an Adam Sandler movie out there since he's been married that his wife doesn't show up. You're just like,
Yeah.
there she is. But
Because
no,
if that wasn't the most Jim Varney type character,
oh, but Steve Buscemi is genius in that fucking movie too.
Steve Buscemi is genius in everything he does.
He thinks he's a fucking werewolf. But that movie did have a good plot twist. I mean, you didn't see the killer coming, and then when you do find out, you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Makes sense. Yeah, it totally makes sense.
But what's his name? Ray Liotta. Funny as fuck in that movie too.
I love Ray Liotta.
And of
He's
course,
one of my favorite actors.
Adam Sandler did bring back the double V's. If I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but in Waterboy it was Vicky Valancourt, and it's the new double V is Vivian something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what her name was,
But it's a double V.
but I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my still favorite of all of Adam Sandler's love interests was Joey Lauren Adams. I love that woman. She's gorgeous. From I wipe my own ass.
the Big Daddy.
Oh, fucking that movie. That movie. I don't know about you, but that movie brings back memories of school, like you read about. Just us sitting around, and somebody just go, he Papa Donovan. Look at him, the easy ones. I still do that to this day, and my kids are like,
Well,
I don't get it.
well, that or the random from the locker room. I wipe my own ass.
Or somebody's up on the roof and you just hear, we're all got our heads down, asses and elbows working, and somebody just go, I wipe my own ass. We all just die.
Nobody did what, jackass? What the hell are you talking about, Tony D? Happy late birthday! I didn't even know your birthday was had come up and passed. By the way, Tony.
Yeah, happy
Well,
birthday,
let's go ahead and roll into news here. I got a couple stories for you.
all right.
I got a couple doozies
Before
for
we
you
get
as
into
well.
news,
That was
Helga,
my
thanks
version
for
of
the
playing
follow.
you off.
well, I was just
well,
going to
read-
bring up the great Nick Cage's movie that I watched.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay, we'll get into that.
Fuck. God damn that.
I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. So listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, listen.
We'll get into
Helga,
that.
thanks for the sub.
Everybody's following everybody again. I had no idea. My bad, Tony. I'm sorry.
Follow me too.
You want me to send you a burnt ass steak and rabbit food?
I'm telling you, dude, send him a match.
Yeah.
And a cow. Like, enjoy.
We'll celebrate your birthday at the wedding, okay? In all honesty, Jeff and I were talking about it earlier in the show. I haven't been on Hacks very much just because it seems like ever since the update, it's brought out all the overly sensitive twats. So I just kind of avoid Hacks except when we go
Tony's
live.
been on Twitch a shit ton.
Has he?
Oh my god, dude. I've gotten like
I do need to
15
follow Tony
notifications.
on Twitch.
I've gotten like 15 notifications saying he's live on Twitch.
But before we run into news, the Nick Cage masterpiece that I had been telling you for how long to
is
watch,
holy
Willy's
shit. You know what?
Wonderland.
Here's the thing. You told me to watch it, and I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. I put it on the list, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking for something to watch the other day while I was
What's going on, Helga?
cleaning up the room, my bedroom. My bedroom was a
Uh-huh.
pigsty, and I was scrolling through, and on my WatchSeriesHD.com, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do today. And I put it on, and I sent you a snap saying, dude, I'm on it. And
Yeah.
holy shit.
Was I right? The movie was
God.
so bad. It was
So
it was
bad,
it
it's
was
good. The best
was
part,
so-
I'm sorry, the best part is he's literally getting ready to fight that pixie,
yeah.
and he literally hands the girl this fucking switchblade and runs off to go drink his soda pop and
Yeah.
play pinball.
I don't understand. Like, there's so much of that movie that makes no sense. Thank you, Tony.
Well,
That makes
the funny
no
thing,
sense.
You actually sent me a snap when I asked you about the T-shirt thing, because
Yeah.
he changes the T-shirt like 9 times, and
Yeah.
you're like, I
And
don't know
I
where he's getting
forgot
all
that
these
the-
T-shirts.
Yeah, I forgot that he was getting them out of the closet.
Yeah,
because they were
when
all
he-
the Willy
when
Wonderland
text goes
shirts.
into place. There's a stack of like 45 T-shirts.
But yeah, it was just there were so
my
many things
God.
about that movie that was just like, what the? Nick Cage doesn't say anything the entire
Not
movie.
a single
B,
word.
he doesn't even make a noise.
Oh, he does when he's fighting.
You have the him drinking that pop or energy drinks or whatever.
It is a pop. It is a pop
Yeah.
because in one scene you actually see him grab it and it says pop.
Yeah, and then like the obsession with the pinball game, and then outside of that,
God.
just the over the top fight scenes with animatronic creatures.
When he's literally drinking his pop, he's playing that pinball while that girl is fighting that pixie.
Yeah.
He's dancing like he's on fucking Soul Train, man.
Yeah.
Like not a care in the fucking world. Meanwhile, she's getting her ass handed to her. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, then he shows back up and kicks that little.
Well, I mean,
The gorilla fight scene in the bathroom.
oh my god.
That shit had me dying. That
No,
shit
I'll
had
tell you
me
what, though,
absolutely
if I
dying.
ever need anything cleaned, I'm calling Nick fucking Cage.
Yes.
Because he walks in that bathroom and it's like, holy fuck, dude. And he gets it clean. You know, he did a little montage of him getting it clean, but he gets all the spray paint off. Almost looks like he repainted, even though he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then destroys the bathroom again, and then cleans it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what blows my mind throughout the entire movie is he's literally fighting off these animatronic things, and there's grease or whatever going everywhere. And then he goes right back to cleaning like nothing ever happened.
Yeah. And he fights them all one at a time. And there's no backstory on Nick Cage's
Well, there is a
character.
No,
on
his
Nick Cage's
character,
character.
nothing.
Yeah, no, it was the
except for you see a wanted poster in the mechanic's shop.
Yeah. It was the only thing. Like, there was a backstory behind the Willy's Wonderland and all that, and the creatures, but there was no backstory, no explanation.
Just a
Obviously,
dude in
he
a
showed up.
Camaro.
Yeah, obviously he showed up there intentionally. Like, he went there on purpose.
No,
And
well, I think
he did.
I think he stole that Camaro.
Yeah, but I think he went there on purpose, even though, they had to set people up and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But I think he was going there intentionally, and it was just like,
like a.
I almost want a part 2. I
I
almost want a sequel.
I
I
would
kind of want a
totally-
sequel.
I would totally in for part 2 because at the end of the movie he leaves with the girl.
Yeah. Well,
And-
he's got a new movie.
What I find funny is people are asking him questions, he just stares at them, and then they answer their own question, and he's like,
Yeah.
He just
He's
agrees
got
with
another movie on Prime that I feel is going to be right up there with Willy's Wonderland, and it's called Prisoners of the Ghostland.
oh, nice.
And it's a weird, like, action kung fu type movie. I don't know. It's I want to watch it. I just haven't got the time to.
Not that I want to see the dude in any problems, but I hope that man never pays off his taxes so he gets
So we get all these
we could
terrible Nicolas Cage
every couple
gems.
months like there's an awesome new Nick Cage movie.
The terrible Nick Cage gems.
Oh my god, that was like if it wasn't Nick Cage, it would have been Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
But
that kind of
but
movie, but because Nick Cage is in it, it probably made more money than if it was Bruce Campbell.
yeah, but if it was Bruce Campbell, there would also be a lot more dialogue because you can't shut up Bruce Campbell. There's no way he could be
Bruce and
silent
I are
for.
cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, there's no way he could be silent for an hour and a half movie.
Oh my god. But that, oh my god, just the absurdity of that movie is its genius,
Yes.
and I
It-
can't
it-
stress enough. I tried to show it to my wife, and she's like, "Does he speak?" I'm like, "No."
Nope.
With the shitty grin on my face, it's like, "You gotta see this movie." And she's like, "I'm not watching this." I was like, "Oh my god!" She fell asleep. I
Yeah.
kept watching it. I watched it twice in one day.
Mhm.
It was so bad, so good, all at the same time. Oh, but
No,
knowing that he's doing that Dracula, I gotta see it. It's like, fuck any Fast and Furious or anybody else's movie. Fuck Spider-Man. I gotta see Nick Cage's fucking Dracula, because it's gonna be horrible, but genius.
no, I do want to. I enjoy finding Nick Cage movies and just throwing them up and randomly watching them. Anywho.
I'm pretty sure that movie was filmed right before pandemic shit, too.
Possible.
Or-
It's a newer movie.
Yeah,
It's not that old.
2020. It's a 2020
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, as I say, it wasn't that old. But anyways,
Yeah.
let's roll in the news. You got Bob Free. You break him
Yeah,
out.
he's ready.
Has he got Nonsensical Nonsense #1
He's got
filled
all
up?
three of them lined up. They're all lit.
We won't need Nonsensical Nonsense 3 tonight. I don't believe. We used it Saturday night.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, well, I did. You weren't here, so Bob and I were adventuring on our own Saturday.
Alrighty.
Bob and I had some quality time together. I got to know the guy.
That's what that missing money over my check was.
Yeah, I got to know him. He's a real piece of shit. He kept offering me.
Fish
offering me
sticks and
uncooked.
spaghetti.
Yeah, fish sticks and uncooked macaroni. I'm like, dude, I don't want your. Yeah, I'm good. But we can go ahead and hop on to old Nonsensical Nonsense #1. I hope you got your passport. We're going to basically our favorite foreign place. I'm going to go over to York, England.
Oh,
And I don't really know what this game is, so I'm gonna pretend like I do know what it is. You might know what it is. But needing a break. A snooker player falls asleep during a match.
oh, snooker is the boringest fucking game ever.
What the
It's
fuck is
basically
it?
pool. It's pool without holes.
Oh, is that the pool? Is
Without
that the
holes in
pool
the
that
table.
has? Is
One
that the
pink
one that has
ball,
like the little?
15 red balls, and a black
Yeah,
ball.
and it's got
and a
like
white ball.
the little cylinders on top of the table.
No,
got,
that's
like-
bumper pool. That's bumper pool.
Oh, okay.
Snooker
I don't know.
is actually it's a normal. It's actually a little bit bigger size pool table, but there's no pockets. And the object of the
Fair
game
enough.
is to move certain balls with another ball. You know, like you have to hit a red ball into a pink ball and move it closer to. I don't understand the rules. I've seen it, and it just looks boring as shit and way too complicated.
All right. Well, fair enough. Well, in York, England, still feeling the effects of the coronavirus, a top snooker player fell asleep in the middle of his match in one of the most prestigious events in the sport. He said, "My head went down and I woke up and I didn't have a clue where I was," Mark Williams said after his loss to Anthony Hamilton in the UK Championship late Sunday. Williams, a three-time world champion and one of snooker's most charismatic players, was in his chair and in the lead 3-2 when he nodded off while Hamilton was at the table. The 46-year-old Williams said he was just shattered. Having just returned to action after contracting COVID-19 in October, I need to be playing in the mornings, really, or afternoons. The more the day goes on, the more tired I get, Williams said, who lost 6-5 at the York Barbican.
Yeah,
30
I
years
still
as a
don't know the
professional,
story.
he added that it's the first time he has ever fallen asleep in the chair. You said
I
what?
find that very hard to believe, considering how boring snooker is.
Well,
It's
it
only,
is.
okay. I've seen maybe 100,000 movies. You know how many movies snooker actually shows up? One, and you know the movie. Shows up in G.I. Jane.
I've seen
Yeah,
G.I.
that's
Jane once, and
Really?
this is going to go against popular belief or the popular stance, but I didn't really like it.
Oh my God! Shut
I
your
whispered
mouth.
that to you so nobody else heard me say
I'm
it.
sorry. That's a.
Demi
genius.
Moore's hot. Don't get me wrong. And she
Oh,
looks
she's
great with a
gorgeous in
shaved
the movie
head.
too. Oh yeah,
She's great.
Very few
she's
women can pull that
fantastic
shit
looking.
off,
Yeah.
but she does it well.
But,
So does Natalie Portman.
But yeah, I mean, the movie was all right. I'm just not gonna be like, oh my god, G.I.
Well,
Jane was the greatest movie of all time.
Snooker
That's
shows
like-
up in that movie when the admirals are talking around and they're talking about her, and her boyfriend is in the room, and he's playing this admiral, and he literally says, "You're not playing down to your superiors, there, are you?" Whatever his name is. He's like, "No, sir, snooker's just not really my game." There's the reference.
Fair enough. I'm
And-
glad
and
you
that
could
took-
tie that in.
When I first heard the name snooker, I was like, "What the fuck is snooker?" And I had to look it up
Well,
because I'm weird like that.
yeah, apparently. Well, let's go ahead and stay in London,
Right.
well, in England for this next one. It's a good thing we got the jumbo-sized jet so we could throw the bus on the jet. We're going to go ahead and drive on down to...
C-130.
yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and drive on over to London. I don't know if it's up, down, left, right, over yonder, over there from York, but we're going to go down to London. And this, my friend,
It's not that far.
this story
We can
right
drive
here,
there, definitely.
that's why we're taking the bus. We're taking number 2. We're not going to fly to London. What the hell point in that? We're just wasting fuel at that time.
Yeah, but we're
You know, but we can't. Have you seen gas prices?
Yeah, it's-
Joe Biden did that.
Yeah.
We can't just be
Right.
willy nilly with our gas, with our jet fuel. You know.
yes, but our jet is fueled with hopes and dreams.
Not getting very far off
Right,
that.
unless we fly so low to the ground. We stay below radar. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Well, in
Shattered
London,
dreams, we can fly.
this is kind of a dream come. This is this is a Gold Dust reference. Shattered Dreams Productions, and then Gold Dust music would kick up in the '90s when Gold Dust was super popular.
Yeah.
But this is kind of a dream come true for me. Much like previous stories we've told, minus the breaking the law part. But in London, dozens stuck in England's highest pub after a storm. Dozens of customers who stopped for a drink in Britain's highest altitude pub got a longer stay than they bargained for after the building was cut off by a blizzard. 61 people woke up Monday morning after their third night at the Tan Hill Inn in Yorkshire Dales, 270 miles north of London. They have been unable to leave since Friday, with a late autumn storm brought snow and heavy winds that felled power cables and blocked roads. The pub sits 1,732 feet, 528 meters above sea level, and is used to being cut off by bad weather. Manager Nicola Townsend said staff had organized movies, a quiz night, and karaoke for the stranded guests. Here is the kicker that would probably make me want to kill myself. fantastic being locked in a pub. They got food, they got drinks, there's games, there's
Naturally.
movies. But you're stuck in the pub with an Oasis cover band known as Noasis.
Oh.
Nothing against Oasis. I wish the Gallagher brothers would put their differences aside and make another album because that what was it? That album that they had was great.
Wonderwall and all that.
Yeah, Wonderwall. But there's only so many times you can hear those songs before you want to stab the person next to you.
Well, the good news is you're in a pub, so you could probably be fucking hammered and just miss the whole
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the other thing. You're fucking hammered, and it's like the 900th time that they've sang Wonderwall, and you're just like, I love this
Play it
song.
again! I love this fucking shit!
This is
Kevin
Oasis's.
fucking Holly!
Yeah, this is Oasis's. Yeah, this is Oasis's Freebird.
But I doubt that. I'm sure they ran out of fucking Oasis songs, so they're like, somebody.
Well, I mean,
going,
it's-
Freebird, Freebird.
Yeah. Well, the cover band Oasis was also stuck in the pub since their gig on Friday night. But I mean, they had karaoke, and then you could do like music with the band. So
I guarantee you, they're like, hey, we're gonna do karaoke tonight, and if anybody sings fucking Oasis, we're gonna send you out in the snow. Without any clothes.
you're going out.
Because they've
You're
already
going
done
out in the store. Yeah.
And the band's just in the corner going, damn.
We don't know anything else. It's like the Patricia Arquette from The Wedding Singer. She only Adam Sandler doesn't come back. She's just like, play it again.
Fuck it. Let's go. And people are just like, are they playing Oasis again? God, they're
Yeah.
fucking Wonderwall again?
But Townsend, I don't think anybody in England's yelling Freebird. There might have been that one American tourist that was like,
stuck there going, Freebird! No? Fuck you guys. It's stuck.
You guys know Journey? You know any Journey? Can we
You
get
guys know
some
the
Warrant?
Nickelback, do you?
You guys know any Poison? You guys know Garth Brooks? Friends in Low Place?
Play some fucking Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Back row going, hey, if you guys can do the song, we'll flick the single lyrics to Wicked Woman.
Yeah,
We'll
right.
fuck it up, but we'll do our best.
We'll do it. Jeff's gonna dress up in the same outfit that she had on.
You know what?
But Townsend said the guests were in really good spirits. They formed quite a friendship. Yeah, they formed quite a friendship, like a big family. And the best way I can describe it, she said, one lady actually said, I don't want to leave. Townsend said she hoped people would be able to head home later Monday once the roads had been cleared. And it's crazy because have you seen that movie? It was a Quentin Tarantino movie. What was it? The Vicious Eight?
Oh, the yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's not Vicious, is it?
What the hell was that movie?
Sam Jackson's in it, of course.
Well, yeah, of course, it's Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
What was that movie? The Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight.
Yeah, that one.
That pub. There's a picture of that pub, and it looks like the same house
Okay.
that they were in. Well, not the same, but it looks similar to that.
I'm curious on what was the men to women ratio there.
I don't know. It doesn't really.
Because I bet you, them women were starting to look, whether they were good looking or not, starting to look really fucking good.
Dude,
after
it was
3 days of
no.
drinking.
I was gonna say it was only 3 days. Calm down. It wasn't like it was
But
3
but
fucking
after
months.
3 days of drinking nonstop because of that thing
Yeah.
they fucking do, you're like, wow, that chick's hot. Like, she's 300 pounds, still hot.
These fuckers are singing Wonderwall again.
If they see Wonderwall more time, I'm gonna bury my ass between her thighs. I'm gonna bury my ear. I'm gonna use her thighs as earmuffs just so I can fucking drown them out.
Well, could you? And again, after 3 days, There probably wasn't any showers.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was probably starting to the ankle biters are back. Are getting a little ripe, if you will.
Yeah. You go
So
go to the bathroom, take a quick whore's bath. You know,
what your pits and your
pits and
not on
balls.
reason.
Yeah.
Well,
Personal
anyways,
situation. Just drown yourself. Just cover yourself in a quick vodka bath. Call it a day. Nobody will notice. Everybody's drunk.
I mean, I guess you could do that. I'm trying to pick and choose stories here, so I'm going to save some for
Yep.
Saturday as well. But I've got a couple juicy ones. Yeah, but I mean, I think that would be. I feel like that would be an amazing time.
Oh
You know.
well. I mean, it's just like I I'm trying to think of an example, but it's like if you and me went to some place, as we've stated multiple times, if somebody's cool, we'll make friends with them. And if you're stuck with 3 days with people, you're gonna make friends and exchanging emails and all that shit. But on
Yeah.
top of that, you're fucking hammered. Jesus.
Yeah. You and I are in a pub in England for 3 days with a bunch of strangers. How many times do we tell them that we have a podcast and they should listen to it?
We're
I
like,
don't
if we
know.
can get the internet working, folks, we can do the podcast right now.
Yeah. Do we got a generator up in this bitch? Can we get some? Can we get some Wi-Fi?
Well, I'm buying a that Wi-Fi hotspot thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I could just. Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but I host a podcast. Yeah, your little friend told us 10
We
times.
know. We know.
Yeah.
We
Well,
heard the
you don't
stories.
want to hear about my podcast? Well.
Come on.
Hey, no Aces, play Wonderwall again.
Play Wonderwall, or we can listen to the podcast. Make up your minds. You're like, fuck it, let's listen to the podcast. Yeah, we got listeners.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear Wonderwall for the 975th time, or do you want to listen
Or
to
you
my
want to hear us talk about
podcast?
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Trust me, ours is better than Wonderwall.
You want to hear Jeff talk about how he wants to stuff his wife when she dies so he can still bang her, or do you want to listen to Wonderwall?
Exactly.
Do you want to hear about our plans at our funeral, or do you want to hear Wonderwall?
I mean, these are your options, folks. Weigh them easily.
Yeah.
Wonderwall podcast.
Yeah. Hey. And if you want to hear
One
singing,
song,
well,
60 episodes. Let's do the math
Yeah.
here, folks.
yeah.
3 days, we can knock them out.
And if you want to hear somebody sing, you could hear Jeff sing "Boosh."
Yeah, we got songs on there we can sing along to.
Hmm. Well,
Let's introduce you to a band called Blacktop Mojo.
all of a sudden, all of a sudden, Blacktop Mojo blows up over across the pond, and they're like, "Why are we so famous in England?" Hey guys, how you doing? Remember us? Oh wait, you don't know us. You don't know us, but now you do. You're welcome.
We want 2 points on the sales.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and load up the bus into Nonsensical Nonsense #1. Let's go ahead and come back home to the States and let's get sexy.
Oh yeah.
Let's get sexy.
Where we going?
I don't know how sexy this is going to be, but we're going to get sexy. Bring us home, Bob. We're going to New York.
No, not that sexy.
And apparently there's a new research that says men who use e-cigarettes are more likely to have erectile dysfunction.
Ha!
A
Another
new
reason
research
to smoke real
revealed
cigarettes.
yes. A new research
Show your
revealed
thingy,
that men
Chris.
who it still works. I don't. It didn't say anything about being small. It still works. If Summer was here, I'd tell you to ask her. She'd tell you it works just fine.
That's not like your vape, but okay.
Oh, my thingy. Where's my thingy? That's not. Where's my thingy? I got two thingies. I got a green and black one and a pink and white one. They're actually bigger than my actual thingy too. That's kind of sad. That's disappointing. Well, anyways, new research has revealed that men who use e-cigarettes are twice as likely to suffer from erectile dysfunction than non-smokers. American researchers American researchers have what's that?
I was going to say non-smokers or non-e-cigarette smokers, but I
Non-smokers.
literally, I actually put the two and two together, and I was like,
See,
okay,
let me dive into the story here, buddy. Let me get past the headline.
Well,
right.
sometimes I have to double hear things before I can.
Yeah. American researchers have surveyed almost 14,000 men. I would like to know who the hell signed up for this research, and I'd like to know who funded this research.
Well,
And found that those who use devices had a 2.4 times higher chance of impotence than non-smokers. Scientists believe that the high level of nicotine in vaping liquid reduces blood flow to the penis by reducing the ability of blood vessels to dilate.
oh,
The team from New York's Grossman School of Medicine at Johns Hopkins University said John Hopkins is reputable. That's a legit place. I can't speak for Grossman. Yeah, I can't speak for Grossman School of Medicine, but I do know Johns Hopkins. Said that men should be they said that men should be warned about the potential impact that vaping can have on their love life. Dr. Omar El Shawalele.
sounds like a euphemism if I ever heard one.
Yeah, I just swung for the fences on his last name, but I think I was pretty close. The lead author of the study said our analysis accounted for the cigarette smoking history of participants, including those who were never cigarette smokers to begin with. So it is possible that daily e-cigarette vaping may be associated with higher odds of erectile dysfunction, regardless of their smoker's history. So, regular cigarettes apparently does not make your pecker go soft, but
too much vaping will.
But yeah,
Too much
vaping
nicotine
will.
in vapes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Whatever.
That just blows my plans to buy what I'm going to buy on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to buy me a new vape, but I guess not.
Don't worry, we'll be fine.
I'm not worried.
What's one more strike? Small pecker doesn't work. It's all good.
That's why they invented porn and Viagra.
Well, speaking of limp dicks, small Peters. Like I said, we're getting sexy. We're getting sexy with it. Model livid as a sex doll company steals her identity.
Huh.
I don't know where this is from. Doesn't say. So let's just kind of hang out in New York and take in the sights. It's Christmas time in New York, so we can go to Times Square and we can do all kinds of fun stuff while we
homeless people.
Oh, I mean, you can do that too, I guess. Anyways,
Still old school lunches.
a Yale Cohen or Yahel Cohen Aris is furious as she claims that a sex doll firm has used her likeness in one of their products. A model claimed that a sex doll company has turned her into a racy figurine.
A figurine or a sex doll? Because a figurine, I think figurine is like 3 to 5 inches tall.
Yeah, I don't know. She's saying.
Sex doll.
But
hello.
yeah, Aris said the doll studio model is based on her down to the smallest details, including a unique beauty mark. Oh, we're actually in Israel. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Well, Bob, fire up the engines. We're going to
Yeah.
Israel.
Hurry up! We're halfway through the story.
Yeah. We'll get there. We can maybe go say hi to her.
Yeah.
The Israeli model
Compare the
even
two.
says the doll has been given her first name so there can be no doubt who it was inspired by. Eris is angered by the model's likeness and has demanded that it be removed from sale. She told the Daily Star newspaper, "Someone reached me to address my attention to a whole discussion about the doll head prototype. Surprisingly, it has a very familiar face. But back then I didn't understand what was going on, so I didn't give it much attention and forgot about it. The second time I couldn't be mistaken. The link took me to a sex doll website where I found out a company decided to turn me into one of their sex dolls without my consent or knowledge. They stole my face, my body, even the tiniest details such as my beauty mark under my lips. They even used my name. They called the doll Yahel as well."
You
And-
gotta be,
and-
you gotta be
and-
real sure of yourself to buy a sex doll. I'm sorry.
And
because
and
eventually I would plan to have somebody over, and where would you put it?
in the closet.
Yeah, but I mean, hang your coat up in the closet. Not that closet. That's.
But I don't know why they don't have a picture of this chick. They actually in the article they have a picture of a male sex doll because yes, they have male and female sex dolls.
Right.
So, I yeah, I don't know.
I hesitate to actually look her up. My Google search
But,
history's out there, anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know why you're worried about your. Well, I mean, sex dolls are kind of becoming the norm nowadays. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
that far
well,
fetched.
no, I totally get that, but it's like I don't see me buying one in any time ever.
Yeah, and that's not like I'm gonna go buy one anytime soon either. But I'm just saying, like,
But my birthday's
they're-
coming
they're-
up, so
I mean, they legitimately have brothels where you can go and have sex with sex dolls.
Oh, okay. Well, I've seen the. I don't know if you've seen that brothel. I think it's in in Czechoslovakia, where it's literally. How can I put this delicately? Holes in the wall with legs hanging out and pootangs hooting out, and it's
Yeah.
like a line. Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't seen that video. I
remind
don't
me
know
to
what
send
you're
you a
looking at.
It's
I'll
on
pass.
our favorite website.
Yeah, I'll have to
It's
pass.
hilarious.
Oh, are you talking about? Are you talking about a bra with real women?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay, I know what you're talking about.
It's like it's a room.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
and
about.
Their legs are like hugged, and you can't see their faces or boobs.
Yeah.
But there's a camera on them. That place is weird.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, because they've
Yeah.
got them like laid up on tables, and you can't,
Yeah.
or you can do a little bit of anything and everything, or you can just go stick your, like glory hole style. You can go stick your
Yeah.
pecker in a hole, and they'll suck it off. And I know, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about sex dolls.
No, I haven't seen the sex doll. But I mean,
No, there's
I
legitimately
don't
a
think I wanna
brothel
do
where
that
you
either.
there's legitimately a brothel where you can pay to have sex with sex dolls. Which, all in all, doesn't sound all that bad. But could you imagine being the poor bastard who has to clean those sex dolls after every use? Because they're cleaning them before, like one guy
They
gets
have
done
to.
and they got to clean them before
Yeah.
the next guy comes in.
But I mean, I heard a story once, and I heard the story back in the late '90s, early 2000s, that a jizz mopper, the guy, when you go to a peep show and you put it in a quarter
Yeah.
and the thing goes up and chicks,
Uh-huh.
the guy that cleans up those booths makes like $100,000 a year.
Oh, I bet they make a ton of money.
And you would have to pay me $100,000 at least a year to do that shit. And I would still show up in a hazmat suit to work.
Well, I think it's one of those things where,
And I would never wear clean clothes, like nice clothes. Like I'm
Well,
going
yeah,
to work.
obviously.
I'm like,
you probably have. Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm sure they have a
tape head to
uniform
toe.
that they wear. It's not like you're walking in there looking like James Bond.
no, but I mean, like Like you wouldn't go, oh, I got a new shirt today. I'm gonna go wear this to. No, I'm not wearing this to work. I just bought.
Yeah,
this
no,
shirt.
like I said, I'm sure that guy has like a uniform that he wears.
Yeah.
But these sex dolls now, man, it's crazy because they're making them to where they move. They have AI in them, so they can
Yeah, they talk
they
and all
they
that
they,
stuff.
they talk, but they have pleasure zones.
Yeah.
So certain spots on the body will make them react differently and stuff like that.
Right.
And so I mean, they're making them more and more lifelike. Where, like I said, 10 years ago it was a little bit more taboo to have a sex
Right.
doll. Where now it's crazy
Well,
to
I
say. And
mean,
I'm not saying this because I'm going to go out and I'm saving up to buy
no, but
my
I mean,
first sex
there
doll
are.
or anything like that.
To be 100% frank and honest, there's no in hell I'm ever gonna get to fuck a porn star.
Yeah.
Unless I start doing porn, which would be the worst porn ever, because I'd be like, I'm
But
fucking
if
a
they
porn star, I'm done. And
But if they made like and if they made an exact replica
well, they
of
do.
no, I'm just saying
Oh,
like a life size doll, an exact replica of like Asia
yeah,
Akira or
yeah.
Jenna Jameson or something like that. You know, guys are gonna
Oh yeah,
guys
they're
are
gonna
gonna
buy it because
dump money.
they want it. They want to fuck that bro.
Hmm.
So I get the appeal, and from my
But
understanding, they have you ever seen the show Nip Tuck?
yeah,
Well, the girl on the show, she becomes a porn star and all this stuff, and they
mm,
actually have a sex doll on the show that is based. It's the Kimber doll,
yeah.
and
Well, and
and
you can go to like Lions Den and stuff like that and get like these porn stars replica vaginas, but it's just like a
right,
mold. It's just like the like a mold of their vagina and ass. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, it's small, but
Yes.
I don't
But
know.
I mean, yeah, like I said, 10 years ago the sex dolls were taboo, but now living in the world that we live in, it's more and more acceptable. Again, I'm not saying that just because I'm in a. It's not like I have 3 or 4 sex dolls in my bedroom or anything
Oh,
like
I
that. And
got
I'm
it
trying to
in the
stick
trunk
up
of the
for them
car.
because, I mean, it is weird. Um, but to each
I'm
their own.
sure.
It's
Well,
just
I think it
it's
all comes
becoming
down
more the
to.
norm.
But I understand the appeal to some some guy that he's not the best looking cat. He's terrible. Can't talk to women, and now he
Hmm.
gets to fuck somebody that at least he can watch her video and go, I'm actually fucking her pussy.
Yeah. Or
I
a
get it.
well,
Or well, using his imagination, but
yeah, a replica version
yeah,
of said person. Or, I mean, I can only imagine that it's only a matter of time before they start doing celebrities. So, like, you like
yeah,
Christina Ricci,
yeah.
you can
Oh, I'll
go get
buy
a
that doll.
Christina Ricci doll,
Yeah, I'll buy that.
or
I'll buy that doll and just keep it in the passenger seat of the car. Drive around like, what's
oh,
up? How you doing, baby? You all
do you
right?
want the doll when she
Seatbelt
was
on, honey.
when you want the doll from when she was 14 on Casper though.
No, I won her right before she lost all her cute baby fat. Before she did that movie with Justin Timberlake, Black Snake
Black
Moan.
Snake Moan.
I love that
That's a
fucking
weird
movie.
fucking movie.
So weird, but it's so good. And she's naked a lot. Well, topless.
It, Samuel L. Jackson was so fucking weird in that movie.
Oh, that movie's
Well,
so fucked up.
well,
Travis like,
from
"Hey, James, back." Oh, it's
yeah,
just-
from plastic sex dolls and sex workers to a real life flesh and blood cam model.
Oh, okay,
Bob,
okay.
we're
Cam
going to Georgia.
Georgia, Georgia.
Yeah, well. A webcam model accidentally shoots herself in the vagina while filming X-rated clips for fans. And this, folks, I was having this conversation.
What the listeners
I
cannot
was,
see is I'm in shock with my mouth open.
yeah.
I had to move.
And this,
So you can't
and
see.
this,
You can
folks,
see my mouth. mic not
Yeah.
away.
And this, folks, I was having this conversation with Cam earlier this week, or the end of last week, about the podcast not being scripted, nothing. I mean, we got the news, we got the top 10,
We have
we got
segments,
your
but we
movie, yeah,
we don't plan
but
on what we're
nothing's
gonna say.
scripted. So you have no idea what my
No
top
clue
10s
what's
are going to
coming.
be. You have no idea what my news articles are going to be.
Yeah, we don't.
So
we
these
don't,
are
I don't tell Chris which movie I'm going to review.
yeah.
He doesn't tell me
So
his
the
top 10.
reactions that you get from the
real.
news and stuff are 100% real. So you could not see it if you're listening to the replay on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast. Jolly's at Nonsensical Nonsense. You could not see the reaction that Jeff just had for the headline that I just read. And if you would like to join us live on Wednesdays and Saturday nights on Haps, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and or Facebook, you could see the that Jeff has for my news stories in the top 10 and how disappointed I am in Jeff with his movie
Imagine the
reviews.
scene. Imagine the scene from The Mask when Jim Carrey first sees fucking Cameron Diaz on stage, and his
Yes.
jaw drops to the table. That was the
Exactly.
reaction I just had. I sat here, mouth agape, because
Exactly.
of pure and utter shock.
And that is the genius, folks, of what we do. But anyways, as I said, let me repeat that as soon as my phone will cooperate
Yeah,
with me.
please, because
A webcam model in Georgia accidentally shoots herself in the vagina while filming X-rated clips for fans.
what was she using when she shot herself? Is my question.
A gun?
Oh, I know. I mean, like 45, 38, AR-15. I mean,
We'll get there.
I
We'll get there.
just hope whatever it was not semi-automatic.
No.
Pop, 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 pop. Ooh, hello. Can you even imagine? You know, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen those videos. You know, I don't usually stay too long on them because I'm like, I get to the point already. But
Yeah.
I've seen the live
Yeah.
cams, and whoa, can you imagine seeing that live?
Well,
Holy
adult content creator Lauren Hunter Damon, and I'm gonna have to see if I can find a picture of her so I can put her on Facebook, was reportedly alone in her bedroom.
shit! Just expose her to the world.
Well,
Shot herself in the
she's already exposed to the world.
pussy. Exposed her for being a dumbass. Now
You're a dummy.
this goes back to the whole Alec Baldwin thing. It's like, should have checked if the gun was empty.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, Lauren Hunter Damon was reportedly alone in her bedroom when police were called to an accidental gunshot wound incident in her residence at Thomaston, Georgia on November 9th.
Oh,
When the sheriffs arrived at the scene, they discovered a paramedic who had obtained an unloaded 9mm firearm with a spent bullet casing, the Daily Star reported. The paramedic reportedly told police the female had shot herself in her vagina accidentally. Local resident Jordan Allen, said to be on the scene at the time, told authorities that he had owned the gun and lent it to the model to use for work. So this was like a normal thing where she was just fucking going to town on herself with a fucking with a 9mm. She just I don't know.
once again, gun safety.
And again, that just goes to show that there is literally an ass for every seat. Somebody is
Amen to
paying to see her OnlyFans where she fucks the shit out of herself.
That's
with
not even
with a handgun.
OnlyFans. It's not even OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's wherever.
It's well, there's Live Jasmine, there's X Hamster Live, all these different
Yeah.
sites. have
Yeah,
live cams where chicks, dudes, and couples, and whatever else you have, you can watch them live doing God knows what.
Yeah, I mean, it's just chatterbait. I mean, you name it. But this is clearly a norm for her that she just takes herself to Pound Town with a 9mm.
Of all the things to take
But
yourself to downtown with, that
well,
would not be my first choice.
and if I was going to, I would make sure that there was no clip in it and it was unchambered.
Exactly.
It's not that hard to see if the gun's unloaded.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do a demonstration right now if it wouldn't get me kicked off Facebook. But
Exactly.
well, I don't know if we'd get in trouble on Haps, but I mean, it's not that hard. Trust me, I did it to Pops live one night. The gun ain't loaded. Yes, it is. Ping! Drop the clip. Ping! Shoot the bullet out the top of the gun.
Exactly.
Oh shit! It was loaded.
There you go,
But
Alec.
Jordan Allen said on the scene at the time, authorities that he had owned the gun and he had lent it to model for use for work. And when he heard the gunshot in the kitchen, he reportedly rushed to her aid and found the 27-year-old with a small amount of blood on her leg. She allegedly told Mr. Allen that she had accidentally shot herself. The model was swiftly moved from her home to Upson County Sheriff's Office, where a helicopter flew her to a nearby hospital. So they took her from the house to the sheriff's department, and
Well,
then a
I think what
helicopter
happened
came.
was this dude was in the kitchen, heard the gunshot go off, runs in there, and she's like, "I shot myself." He's like, "Get in the fucking truck."
No, they called 911 because
Oh, no
that's what they
shit.
said. When the cops showed up, there was a paramedic on the scene.
Oh.
So then they took her from the house after everything. They called the 911. The paramedics got there, blah, blah, blah. And then they took her to the sheriff's department. And then from the sheriff's department, the helicopter took her to the hospital at a nearby hospital. Authorities believe that the actress works for a site called Chatterbait.
There you go.
Been there, done that more times
I've
than I
not
can
been on
count.
that site.
That's a good one. It's probably one
I
of the
like-
better ones.
I like live hamster.
Chatterbait's way better.
Is it?
But where models received, so she was live. She was live
I wonder if they
when she
actually
shot
the
herself. She was live when
Yeah.
she shot herself in the vagina.
And those lives, you can see the count on how many people are watching, and it's never just one.
Absolutely not.
So there's
But,
a bunch of dudes sitting around with their dick in their hand, going, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah. Or there's a bunch of
Oh,
dudes
this is
going.
not.
Or there was a whole bunch of dudes that just found a new kink that they're into, and it's chicks shooting themselves in the vagina, and they're messaging, DMing, "Can I pay you to shoot yourself in the vagina?" Will you
I
shoot?
got a BB gun or a Nerf
Yeah.
gun. But I don't think so.
If I give you $100, will you shoot yourself in the vagina? Mm-hmm. I like shot vaginas. Mm-hmm. I reckon you should shoot yourself in the vagina. What's going on, Stevie?
What's up, Stevie?
Authorities believe the actress works for a site called Chatterbaits, where models receive tips in return for the performance of requested sex acts. So there's like 10,000 guys on Chatterbait right now messaging models to shoot themselves in the vagina.
Get a gun! Get a gun! Shoot yourself in the pussy.
Thank you for the subscribe there, Stevie.
Welcome,
I'll make sure we
welcome
hit
to
you
the
again.
new, what's it called? Section of Chatterbaits.
Yeah, right.
Pussy shot.
However, it is unclear why she was using the gun for work and whether she was recording live when the firearm was discharged. Reports the smoking gun, which is an actual news.
That is
News. It comes as police said her account of the shooting changed several times, including claims that she had been engaged in consensual sex with Mr. Allen when the gun was fired. In the meantime, authorities have since classed this incident as reckless conduct and is unlikely that they will have issue of any criminal charges, according to the local sheriff. The model is not thought to be seriously injured outside of the fact that she shot her fucking vagina off.
Well, now she's got two assholes, I guarantee you that.
Well, I mean, something. Yeah, fried chicken.
Well, the how can I put it? The interior wall between those two orifices is not very thick, so I doubt it stopped the bullet. But can you imagine explaining that to your family? So, why are you out of work? Well, let me tell you a story.
Why are you at the hospital? What exactly happened?
Were you
So
a drive-by or
yeah.
no? I was
Well,
fucking a
and
guy.
and again, like you said, there you go, hit Stevie with the little follow back there.
Yeah.
And again, that partition wall between the front and back door is not very big. So does she just have one giant vagina hole now, or does she have one giant butthole now?
That's
Is she
probably
like that guy that we talked about? Is she like that guy that we talked
Hitting
about
and
a couple
pissing
weeks
and
ago?
coming all in the same different holes. Yeah.
Yeah, he was coming out of his asshole and shitting out of his penis.
Yeah.
She just got one area that everything literally comes out of now?
Exactly. I mean, that's. I'll tell you what. That's what.
See you later, Joe. Good night.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if she can still have kids.
well, they said that there was no serious injuries, and she was
Okay.
bleeding from her leg. So maybe maybe
Well,
she
maybe she
kind of
was
went
like
in.
pulling it out,
Yeah,
and go put it back in and shot her leg.
yeah
Because it doesn't
she
actually say
clipped.
in the article that she shot herself while the gun was inside her.
But that means that brings a whole new term to blown up lips.
Yeah.
Looking like roast beef.
Ooh, that was assault. Ooh. Arby's.
Yum. We got the meats.
Yeah, I remember that. Jesus.
So could she go out and buy Kevlar panties after this
I
incident?
think she needs it.
Is that going to be a new fashion statement? The
Yeah,
bulletproof.
they're gonna make bulletproof condoms to put over your gun so you can fuck your gun now.
Yeah, something.
Trojan, that's ours. We want 5 points on the sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trojan Kevlar for her protection.
And rib for her pleasure.
Yeah. Get your Kevlar ribbed glow in the dark condoms from Trojan. They come in small.
They come in,
for your 38 special.
They come in 38 special all the way up to
9
AR
millimeter
15.
Well, Jesus Christ. I was going to say 38 special, 9 millimeter, and Desert Eagle.
There's legal. That's the new sizes of
Yeah.
Trojan.
Yeah. Trojan Kevlar ribbed glow in the dark condoms. Man alive.
Oh,
That's the world we live in. That sounds like a Florida news, but it came from Georgia, basically
know.
Florida at this point.
I bet you she was born and raised before the
Something.
Florida native.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if. Again, I don't know if I'm more disturbed by the fact that she shot herself in the vagina with the gun that she was using to pleasure herself, or that there is an audience and a market for
Well,
that
as
act.
we stated before, however, as stated before, there is an act for every seat. And
Yeah.
if there's a fetish out there, I mean, I kid you not, if you look up doorknob sex, there's a fucking genre for it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's.
And you know, guys that watch a shit ton of porn get bored, and they're like, "Yeah, I've seen girl on girl. I've seen two guys on girl. I've seen that. Oh wow, that chick's got a gun. Ooh, she's fine. Oh, she shot herself. Next. What else is on?
Yeah, meanwhile,
I mean,
I'm
so-
over here going. Meanwhile, I'm like, I've watched some really fucked up shit in my life, and I've watched some really disturbing
yeah.
porn in my life. But is that bitch fucking herself with a 9 millimeter? I don't know if that's.
Is that thing loading? Oh shit!
I don't know if that's really arousing.
I'm so pissed it wasn't screen recording.
Yeah. Well, this is not really aroused by
For some
this,
reason, I
but
don't
it's
feel
kind
like
of
jerking off
in,
no more.
yeah. I'm not really aroused by her
Oh,
taking
I'm done
herself to
with the
Pound
internet.
Town with.
I'm done with the internet today, folks.
Yeah.
I need a break.
I am not aroused by this chick taking herself to Pound Town with a Glock 9mm, but I am intrigued to see how this. Oh God, she shot herself.
Holy shit, that thing was loaded.
That was
What
a talk about a money shot.
They're literally in the chatter's box going, please somebody tell me they were recording that.
Yeah, talk
I
about
gotta
your
see
money
that
shot. Yeah.
The ultimate cream pie.
Oof, oof. Speaking of your brass pills,
Yeah.
I don't think that's how an abortion is done, there, lady.
Yeah. Go for it, Ian.
You probably have better luck with a metal coat hanger and a bottle of tequila than
Yeah.
sticking a gun up there and firing.
Yeah. It's not that many we're gonna miss.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's a strange world we live in.
Well, once again, I've seen some weird shit.
Welcome back, Cameron. Dude, you missed out on all the good news. It got sexy.
Oh, they got weird and sexy.
Cameron's like awkward boner.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know what I'm doing tonight. Chatterbait. There's got to be a YouTube clip out there somewhere.
Ex-hamster. Gun porn.
Well, there's literally a I don't remember what it was. It was on in the infancy of YouTube. There was a whole YouTube channel that was chicks with guns, and it's like chicks in bikinis firing guns and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I get it. I get the
Well, the chicks with guns go back to, you remember the Man Show with Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
And it was like, and girls on trampolines.
On trampolines.
And girls on trampolines. And twins. Back before Jimmy Kimmel became a liberal pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck news that you were listening to earlier? Oh, the news was really good tonight.
Oh yeah. I like I said, I get the appeal of
I don't get the appeal.
something different.
I just
No.
there's
No, I mean
there's
because once you've watched so much, you're just like,
yeah, but there's so much out there that you.
I know.
But
I mean,
you've literally
if you're-
watched.
if-
You
I don't know
have
how it
literally
works on
watched.
Chatterbait. I don't know how it works on Chatterbait, but some of those sites you can literally hit next, and
Yeah.
it, goes to the next. So you could be like, oh, boring. Next. Is that got a gun? Oh shit! So
Yeah. Oh shit, Chuck.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, that would make you stop and go,
How are you getting?
well, where's this going?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Just like I said, there's so much out there as far as porn goes. How much porn have you watched, or how much porn have you absorbed in your lifetime that you go, I'm gonna watch this chick fuck herself with a gun, and I'm gonna jerk off to it because I'm strangely aroused by it.
Once again, I don't think I would have seen it and been like, oh, that's hot. I would have seen it and gone, this chick's an idiot. I'm gonna screen record this because she's gonna do something stupid. Yep, see, I won.
But as the guy who lent her the gun said, he had lent it to her several times, so she had an audience.
Okay, so
she had an audience for this. This was, this was not like the first time she ever did it. Yeah, this was not the first time she'd ever done
that.
that.
9, folks.
Yeah,
She's waving her
yeah,
arm.
like
This thing's going in my pussy.
Saturday night, we're doing the 38. It's Saturday night special, Sunday fun day, we're getting out the big guns. Yeah. Sunday fun day. It's the 12 gauge double barrel.
Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday. It's the
lucky
boomstick
she
from
was using-
Evil Dead.
It could have been worse. She could have been like, it's double barrel shotgun night with buckshot. Oh,
Yeah.
That's a bad day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a.
Cam, what you missed is a woman on
Anytime you
television
shoot
found herself
yourself,
pussy.
anytime you shoot yourself, male or female, in the genitalia, is a bad day.
Bad
Whether
day.
it's yeah. Well,
Well,
Cam, you'll just have to
anytime you
listen to
shoot
the episode.
yourself anytime,
Yeah,
it's a bad day. And I don't care who you are, if you shoot yourself on accident, you're a fucking idiot.
calm down, Cheddar Bob.
No, no.
No, that's what we.
Never
That's
shot.
speaking of Cameron. That's what we tell. That's what we tell Cameron. He's gonna Cheddar Bob himself because he's one of those guys that talks about. I'll bust a cap in somebody's ass. I'll pull my. That's why I always carry because you ain't gonna catch me slipping. The motherfucker fuck around and shoot himself. He tried to pull his gun. We always tease Cameron with the Cheddar Bob jokes. He's never shot himself. I don't think he's ever even pulled a gun on anybody. I think the closest thing he's ever come to seeing a gun actually pulled on anybody was when my drunk ass was playing with his brother's gun in the car at his bachelor party.
Right.
It was unloaded. It was unloaded. I made sure it was 100% unloaded.
Well, I mean that's called being a responsible idiot.
Yeah.
But
Says the guy who sleeps with a 9mm every night.
exactly.
I cuddle it.
I don't need
Good
it.
night.
I
Good
got
night, Smith and Wesson. Mwah. I don't need it. Good night. Good night, Smith and Wesson.
Can I pay?
You want me to read you? You want me to read you a bedtime story tonight? Once upon a time.
This chick had one of you.
Yeah. Your brother.
I think if she wouldn't have shot herself, she would have upped the ante and went up and got her. I'm not Alec Baldwin. No.
No.
I
Oh.
have an update on the Alec
Hold
Baldwin.
on, Jeff. You know what that Alec Baldwin reference deserves?
Go for it.
It deserves one of these. I gotta turn everything back on.
Yeah, that takes a second.
You have an update. Why does everything keep dying? Oh god, I guess my speaker. Oh, there we go. Oh god. What is your update? And I'm gonna give Cameron what he deserves after your update.
Oh. Well, the update is that Kevin, if you bump my fucking chair again, I'm gonna smack you. That's not my update. That was just me yelling.
Oh.
But the update is that the gun that Alec Baldwin had on him when he shot that woman, he wasn't even supposed to pull the trigger in the scene.
Right.
He was
Yes,
just
I know. I heard. And Cameron's reference to the Alec Baldwin, I give him one of these.
Come on, man.
There it is.
In reference to the crazy girl shooting herself in the vagina, I give her one of these.
I'm not gonna be a mule. I got something to do. I gotta go do boom, boom, boom.
That was
Which
the
was
gun.
which if I would have seen that video, I'd be like, wow, I'm late for anything. But once again, my reaction would have been, I'm done with the internet today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
no,
I would
it
have
was
been pissed if I were watching it and then you were telling me this news and I missed it. God damn it! I was watching.
God damn it!
And I shut it
got
off.
I was done. I finished and cleaned, and I got my towel and I cried myself to sleep before that happened. Son of a bitch!
Oh man, I'm curious
Speaking,
if it was inside her, wouldn't she have burn marks too? So I'm thinking she was like finishing up. Or,
oh, she would absolutely have.
yeah.
I would think. I mean,
Even if you shoot something close range, like point blank, it has burn marks on it as well as the bullet.
mhm.
So she's hurting in more ways than one. She needs some milk.
Well, I mean, I'm no gun expert. But I do know that when you fire a gun and the barrel is hot.
The barrel's hot. There's fire. There's it's an explosion. It's a controlled explosion. I was literally
Holy
explaining
shit.
to Kevin the other day how a gun, how a bullet works, and why it fires, and why it makes noise. And because he was asking me about a silencer, he said, "What's the silencer do?" I said, "Well, it's kind of in the title." I said, "But it doesn't sound like it does on TV.
No, it absolutely.
It sounds nothing like it does on TV."
I have got to find a picture of this chick so I can post it on our Facebook page. If shooting yourself in the vagina was a person, it would be her.
Shit.
But yeah, no, obviously I need to add that to my gun safety class that I give the kids. Do not stick this in
Do
your.
not stick this in any orifice at any time, regardless if it's loaded or not, and
Yeah,
especially if it's loaded.
Summer and I were talking about that because, well, not.
Like,
We were not
"Summer,
talking
you ever
about
stick a gun
sticking.
in your pussy?"
We weren't talking about that. We were talking about gun safety, and
Right.
because for Thanksgiving they went over to her her aunt and uncle's house, and they Parker was shooting a BB gun, and I was like, I want to get the boys BB guns when you guys move up here and we get a house and start teaching them gun safety and stuff like that. And she was saying that they're too young, and I was like, when I was Parker's age, I was at the shooting range.
Shotgun.
Yeah, when I was Parker's age, I was at the shooting range with my uncle shooting shotguns that were bigger than I was, which says a lot because I was a big fucking kid at 8 years old. You know,
Well,
so I was like, "There's nothing wrong."
I remember going deer hunting at 8 years old.
Yeah, I was like, "There's nothing wrong
By
with buying
myself
them
in a
BB guns."
quicksand.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with buying them BB guns and starting to teach them gun safety because I want all the kids, the girls included, especially the girls, because if they feel comfortable, then I want to get the girls little 38s or whatever and get their CCW,
Saturday Night Specials.
so they can carry and be protected. But you know they got to learn gun safety. All four of them do. You know,
Well,
you can't.
and what's the first rule of gun safety? If you're handed a gun, make sure it's fucking empty or on safety.
First rule of gun safety: if you're handed a gun, stick it in one of your orifices and pull the trigger.
And pull the trigger, yeah. Kevin, move. I need to back up because it's starting to rain. I want to get in the house.
I thought you were telling Kevin Holly to move. I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, you know, I just and as far as that particular gun, that particular weapon, again, hold on
9mm?
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, you're gonna get yours. Now I'm like super close.
I'm always. Okay, I have a 9mm. I have a 9mm Smith & Wesson SD9.
And it is unloaded.
This is my clip right here.
It is
Unloaded.
at that point.
Yep. Clip in. Chambered. That's loaded.
Yep, that's loaded.
Drop the clip.
And
Drop
there,
the
I
bullet.
just heard the bullet drop. Now it's
There's the
unloaded.
bullet. And now it's unloaded.
Yep.
I can click it.
Poof!
Pull the trigger.
Your neighbor.
Hey! Oh shit!
Maybe it wasn't loaded. No, but I
Oh,
mean,
God.
at that point, once you pull out that round, you're 100% sure it's unloaded because you literally pulled the round out of the chamber.
Not to mention the fact that my clip is in my hand. The bullet that I dropped out, I literally just put back in my clip. So my clip is in my hand. I can look at the gun. You can
And
see.
and that
it's not
brass
chambered.
shows up against the silver that it's not
You know,
there.
there's the gun. You can look down. It's not, now if I put the clip back in and I don't chamber it, you can see the clip in there. You can see the bullet. So it's not.
It's not
Clip,
rocket science.
It's not a fucking magazine, Cameron. I don't have an AK fucking 47. It's a fucking clip.
It's called a clip. A
Look at
magazine
this guy.
is
This
more than
this
50
guy.
rounds.
This guy who has probably never shot a gun in his entire life thinks he's a gun
Andy
expert.
Oakley over here.
Yeah. Cameron probably has maybe shot a gun. I don't know. The last time I seen a video where Cameron was involved with a gun, it was some jackass that was in the army that thought he was some kind of fucking sniper that took 6 tries before he could hit the target. But you know, so I mean, it's not.
Well, you and I
it's
grew
not
up
hard to
in
tell.
in an area and era
Yeah.
that literally one of the first toys I remember was a 10 gauge shotgun.
Well,
Or sorry,
I've
15 gauge.
never. I've never called a gun a toy. I mean, that's one thing that was pounded
Well,
in my head. This is not a toy. This is
No,
this is
no, but I mean, like one of my first major presents was the shotgun
Yeah.
that I first went deer hunting with.
yeah. I mean, it was that was one thing that I was always told. This is not a toy. It's a tool.
Yes, yes.
So I mean,
But I
it's
was-
not
I was
hard.
taught
I mean, you
Day one,
I-
before even
Yeah.
getting handed the gun.
and don't
I was shown,
Facebook,
I
Haps,
was shown how
YouTube,
to,
yeah,
yeah,
Facebook,
shown
Haps,
how to
YouTube,
make
Twitter,
sure it was
anybody.
not loaded, where and how to
Mm-hmm.
check if the safety was on,
Yeah,
and the whole 9 yards. And don't point it at something unless you want to destroy that thing.
yeah. Do
Regardless
not
if
ever
it's
point a
loaded or
gun at somebody, and
At anything,
even if
unless
you think
want to
it,
destroy that thing.
yeah, and even if you think it's empty, do not point a gun at anybody.
It's not a game.
Facebook, YouTube, Haps, Twitter, anybody, anything where we're live at that was not me, an act of aggression. That was a safety demonstration. Only. So don't freak out and cancel us. It was a safety
Should have
demonstration.
said that before you did it, but okay.
I guess. So, but still.
Now you
Better
got
late than
editing
never.
to do.
Yeah. You remember?
No, but I mean, you know,
I mean,
but gun responsibility is first
and
and,
at the end of the day,
before
and
you
at
even
the end of
think
the
about
day,
putting a gun in somebody's hand, gun safety is first and foremost.
and at the end of the day, my gun sits on my nightstand, literally beside my bed. I mean, less than a foot away from my head every night, but it's not chambered. It's never, the clip is in it, but it's not chambered. It is never chambered. It will only be chambered if I'm going to use it.
Yep.
So if, say, somebody kicks my door in and it wakes me up and I grab it, the first thing I'm doing is chambered.
That reminds me, I have to send you a video clip. There is a laser bullet that is you can reuse it multiple times, but you put it in and you chamber it just like you would. It's the same size and everything as a real bullet, but when you pull the trigger, it flashes a red dot. Can you please turn that down? It flashes a red dot on your target to show where you would have hit if you would have had a real bullet. It's a practice tool.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hodge twins.
Well, I can bend. I
advertising.
can bend bullets like that Angelina Jolie movie. So you come in, you kick my door in. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna chamber it. And I'm gonna boom. And I'm gonna shoot it out my door, around my hallway, and then into the kitchen. It's gonna make a it's gonna make a left. Yeah, it's gonna make a left-hand turn and then a right-hand turn into the kitchen.
And it's gonna zigzag like the magic bullet theory from Kennedy. But no,
and shoot you in your penis hole.
my first reaction to that ad I saw Hodge
That's.
twins.
I mean.
They're a political duo. They're twins. And they're
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh, I know who the Hodge twins are. Yeah. They're
Yeah,
awesome.
one of their latest episodes, they were advertising. They're sponsored by this. I can't
So
remember the name of the company.
is it
It's like a laser sight. It's like a laser
Is
sight
it a-
inside your barrel.
That's what I'm saying. So is it like a laser gun, like when you go and play laser tag?
No.
You
It is
don't-
just the bullet, and you put it in your gun. So when you
But
pull
it's-
the
it's-
trigger, the
it's a-
hammer hits it and turns on a light.
But okay, so it's a non-lethal. So it is like
Yes,
a laser.
it's
It's
like
like laser tag.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's
you
what I was
still have
asking.
the weight of the real gun.
Yeah.
You know,
Well-
it's a way to practice without spending shit tons of money on ammo. Because right now, ammo is really hard to come by.
God, Cameron. Cameron, you might want to look up clip versus magazine.
Oh my god. Do it.
You're
Back
that
up.
guy. You're
Fact
that
check his
guy.
ass.
Yeah, you're
He
that
literally-
guy.
I guarantee you, Cam. I guarantee you looked it up before you made that comment too.
Oh yeah. Well, if he did, then he would be so fucking wrong. A magazine carries up to 100 fucking rounds. So the gun, my gun is a
anything
clip.
Anything over 18 rounds is a magazine, Anything under 18 rounds is a clip.
Congratulations on dying on that fucking hill.
Keep looking, he says.
Please tell me the Wikipedia page that you looked at to give you that information.
That you modified to get that answer. No, but put in when a clip becomes a magazine. Because I'm curious. I think it's 18 or.
I don't think it, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna waste all my time. But at the end of the day, this is just the first thing I've seen. But at the end of the day, I really don't think it fucking matters.
I've heard both. Like 11 in the mag would be magazine, and 1 in the pipe. You know that's, that's. It's a matter of preference. It's like soda or pop.
Yeah, I got
It's the same fucking thing.
Well, I mean, and it's.
But if you say magazine or you say clip, everybody that has guns knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, it's one of those it's one of those douchebaggery arguments at the end of the day.
Yes. Yeah, it's the Ford versus Chevy of guns.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a
Listen to Chris piss.
you could have fucking talked or something. I finally got my mic.
I was mesmerized by the sound of your frying chicken.
I got a strong stream. Well, my mic hasn't been working the last few episodes, and I finally got it working, and I forgot how much it picks up everything. But like, if I had like I don't know, an M16 that held a 55 round, I would probably say magazine.
Right.
Like, oh, I got a 55 round magazine for my M16, and I'm just throwing shit out there because I'm just trying to get a point across. I know it's probably not accurate, as opposed to my 9mm that holds. What do I got?
It's 11.
No, my clips. It's 15 in the it's 15 and 1 in the chamber, so I got 16. But it's my 9mm. I'm not going to be that guy who's like, Smith and Wesson 9mm that holds a 15 round magazine.
Yeah.
Fucking, if I go to the gun store and I'm like, I need to get a clip for my 9mm, it's a douchebaggery argument at the end of the day.
Yeah,
where
but I mean,
where guys
not to prop the cam up, but if you go to the gun range and say, hey, I need a 20 round mag for my 9mm.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a preference thing. It's
and I'm not saying
the
I'm
Ford
not
versus Chevy conundrum when it comes to guns.
And I'm not saying this is Cam. I'm not putting it on Cam. Like when I say it's a douchebaggery argument, but like I said, I can go down to my local gun store where I bought my gun at and say, hey, can I get a couple clips for my gun, my 9mm? And I'd be like, okay, well, yeah, how many you want? And I'm gonna go, do you mean magazine, sir? Because we don't sell clips for your 9mm here. Maybe if you want a clip, you should go down to the noob gun store, the Alec Baldwin of gun stores, if you will. Sir, please vacate our premises. We only sell magazines here.
The gun argument cracks me up. When people are like anti-gun or for gun, anybody that's ever been to a gun range, of course, 90% of people that have never been to a gun range or held a gun, their knowledge of guns comes from TV and movies, which, sad to say, are all bullshit.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I was down in South Carolina and I worked at Aaron's, my buddy Dom and we would go to the gun range, and Cameron, I cannot remember the name of it. There in Somerville, was it ATP? It was a gun store, and they had a gun range, and basically, you could shoot any gun you wanted to. All you had to do was buy the ammo.
My point is, a gun range is literally one of the safest places on the planet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was ATP. Thank you, Cam. So yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, tell the Chris Kyle that.
Yeah.
the sniper who was killed at a gun range. But I mean, but yeah, you could go there, and yeah, I mean, because when we would go there, we were generally shooting guns that generally we would have.
Everybody.
So yeah, we would be like, oh, I'm gonna get
But
a
I really
magazine
feel
for
the power in my hands.
yeah. Let me get a magazine for the fucking whatever the hell we were shooting. The AK-47 or the Mac 10 or the Uzi or whatever. But
You ever shot a 50 cal
yeah,
sniper?
Desert
I
Eagle.
fucking- No, no, no. The sniper rifle.
Oh no! I shot the Desert Eagle.
Barrett 50 cal. When you pull that trigger, if you're not ready for it, it will put you on your ass.
So
Why
will a
everybody
Desert
lays
Eagle.
down when they pull it. Oh no,
Yeah.
Desert Eagle will bust you in the. If you do it like in the movie when you put it in front of your face, you will bust
Yeah.
your fucking nose. It's
Yeah,
hilarious. I've
no.
seen it.
Well, I mean, the guy at the gun range, the dude literally shot the 50 cal with one hand. The Desert Eagle, he was just like
Impressive.
bang, bang, and I was just like, holy shit. And then I did it, and I had two hands on it, and I mean, I was ready, and I was like,
You were close
but
to
it
almost
stood-
smacking yourself in the forehead with it too.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was able to keep it from coming way back, but
okay.
I took a step back.
I
was
had
not-
a chance once to fire an elephant gun. Have you seen those? Those
Yeah.
big fucking like. If you were gonna ever hunt a T-Rex, you would need this thing.
The guy in
And it
Jumanji
is-
had one.
No, this thing it was easily 6 foot long, and I lifted this fucking thing up, and I got good stance going. I got my feet are perfectly apart, and it still knocked me on my ass, and I was ready for it.
Well, Cameron,
And every time anybody
I
that's
will-
never used that gun before, they only give
Yeah.
you one round.
yeah, Cameron, I will direct this directly at you at this present time and moment. I haven't been, but the whole magazine and clip or whatever is a douchebaggery term, a douchebaggery fight. I mean, that's like.
It's like me and Scott bitching about whose truck is better, Chevy or Ford.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, it's like it's like saying fighting if Energizer AA battery is better than a AA battery that you get at the Dollar Tree. I hate to
Right.
break it to you, but
They
if
both
you
come
actually
out
use the battery, they have the same exact life expectancy on them. So, or
Or what's better, Coke or Pepsi? Or not better, but like, is it
Or-
called
or-
soda or is it called pop?
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. A better reference is the soda and pop reference. There's no reason to argue about it. There's no fight there. But there are people like when I lived in Charleston. There were people. I'd be at the grocery store, and they're like, "Is there anything else?" And I'd be like, "No, just the pop." And or the gas station. They'd be like, "It's soda." And I'm like, "We're really gonna have this fight right now?" Like,
This is the hill
We're
you're
gonna-
dying on.
yeah, this is
Your
the hill
gas
you're
is
about to die.
$45 for a gallon.
Yeah,
and this is the fight you're gonna die on.
You are a 18-year-old kid that weighs 90 pounds. I am a grown ass man that weighs 4 times what you weigh, and I will punch you in the face if that's the fight you want to have. Is it worth it?
Well, but it's a location thing. Like if you grew up.
I mean,
in
I looked it
Spokane,
up and you were
would call it a
wrong.
magazine.
So
Yeah, well that too.
there's that.
But
It's not soda, Cameron. I will put you in your tiny little dick.
It's Coke.
It's pop.
It's Coke.
It's
See?
pop.
Even if
I'm not drinking.
it's not
I don't
done in
have-
25 years.
I don't have
and
Coke
we still
in this
have
cup.
the same argument for
I
25
don't. Yeah,
years.
yeah. And you're from Ohio, and why you
I
say
know.
soda or Coke does not make any sense. I don't have Coke in this cup, in this glorious Michigan cup. Michigan Wolverines, who
Drink Pepsi,
defeated.
though.
Not only did they defeat, they annihilated, they embarrassed, they slapped the shit out of Ohio State just a few short days ago. I don't have Coke in this. I have a pop, and if you want to get particular, I have Mountain Dew. I have a Mountain Dew pop in this cup. I don't have Coke. You are drinking Coke out of your 14-liter currently.
3.
Whatever.
I have to fight.
Speaking of 3 liters of pop,
Yeah.
I was at the Dollar Tree the other day, and they have 3 liters of pop. Now it's the
Fucking
off-brand.
cool, right?
Yeah, I
I'll
got
tell you what, you
the
drink
kids.
those, buy those for a week, and then go in and buy a 2 liter, and you're just like, wow, this thing's really small.
No, well, no, it's what's going on, James? No,
Hey, James.
it's a 3 liter of Dollar Tree generic
Oh, it's my
cola
Fago.
as opposed to
Yeah, like
Pepsi.
Fago. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so I will take a 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi over the cola, Dollar Tree cola,
With the exception
any
that
day.
cola only costs like 50 cents.
But I can get 3 liters for $1 as opposed to
Exactly.
a 20-ounce for $2.
After fried chicken.
So when you're
Grandma's.
broke like I am, you will suffer through the 3 liter of Dollar Tree cola. Oh, you're going to come in my broadcast? This is my broadcast, James, and you're going to come in here and you're going to be rude? How dare you, sir? How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. uh, I was trying to fit in with the Haps community. Do you guys generally know? This is my broadcast. This is my brand. Don't try to ruin it. Do you guys generally know? Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not all rich like you, sir. We don't wipe our ass with $100 bills and light our fancy cigars with $50 bills and drink only the finest brandy that a man can have. Some of us are broke, and we do have to pay attention to God. Well, also, I mean, this goes back to again things that my mom taught me. Just speak for yourself. I don't put my pants on one leg at a time. I happen to get up in the morning and jump out of bed and grab my jeans and jump up and I get my jeans and I get on my bed and I jump up in the air and I double legged them sons of bitches and wake my neighbors up at 4:30 in the morning as my big ass slams down to the floor and fall and knock shit off my dresser and everything else. But I am not. I am not rich and I'm not rich and I'm actually. Actually, it's funny because people are like, I work at OSU and people are like, oh, you work at OSU? How awesome is that? It's just like, well, I'm gonna start driving for DoorDash so I can make a little extra money. How's that? How's that sound? I'm also currently selling. I have two neon bar lights that I'm trying to sell too. So if anybody's interested,
There you go.
$500 for the set, $300 for the Michelob Light, and $250 for the Coors Light, neon light.
That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, James, in all honesty, that's where I want to be in life. That is my goal. I don't want to be rich, but I don't want to have to worry about how much something costs when I go to the grocery store.
Yes, I
I mean,
totally agree.
that's you know, like that's it's funny that you said it because it's honestly kind of my goal. Like, I don't want to be rich. You know, I just want to be able to go to the grocery store and not
And
have to
buy
look at.
groceries and not necessarily go, oh, we should probably get generic today.
Yeah, it's, you know. So I was only teasing you. Don't take it personal, buddy. I was just trying to be funny because it's comedy and that's what we do.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it's what we attempt to do
on the whole,
very
on the
badly.
whole rich thing, I
Well, you missed it because you went to go fried chicken. I was making fun of James.
I had to bake some bread.
I'm not quite sure what that means, but okay.
Well, I had a fart I couldn't trust. Put it that way.
That was the quickest bread baking session.
It was just a quickie. I pooshed really hard.
Well, you can throw awards at me all. You can throw awards at us all night long, and we won't get
I will
offended
take
by
it.
it. Well, James, you were in the live that a certain someone got offended because I simply came in and said hi.
Yeah.
hence the whole my broadcast rant that I went on. I mean, you were there, you seen it. I was like, Jesus Christ! All I did was say hi.
Yeah, some people on this app are just like, whoa.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. James was in there, and James was like, "That's nonsensical. He's cool. Like, he had my back." And it was just like, this chick like went off on me, and I was just like, "The fuck did I even do? It's not like I pissed in your Wheaties like I did to that other bitch that one night."
I'll watch the video.
But I don't know. There's
Some people get really.
I am never triggered by your presence. I happen to enjoy your presence personally. I feel like in real life, you and I together would probably get incredibly stupid drunk and have way more fun than that is legally allowed, Mr. James. I'm just saying.
Right?
No, James seems like a good dude. Like he like, you know. Hey, enjoy going to the grocery store, not worrying about prices, Mr. Rich Man.
Well, it's not even a rich man thing. It's like.
While you look down on us peasants and laugh, look at all these poor people.
Yeah.
I can cast awards on them for days if I choose.
Well, I do have to say, I did get my first check, and I immediately blew it.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah, you were. I was like, this motherfucker.
Oh, well, the funny thing is, it was not planned. It was just,
Yeah.
we went to go pick up a few things, and we stopped in American Eagle, and I picked up this shirt and a couple more like it.
I was
right?
gonna say, I mentioned your fancy new headphones, and then I seen your new shirt, and I was like, oh, look at Cowboy
well,
Bebop over there with his flannel.
When I
now it's
when I went to check out, I was like, wow, for the little amount of stuff we bought, why was it so expensive? Turns out the shirts were $45 a piece.
dude. A while back, I don't remember when it was, but a while back, we were up at Tanger, the outlet mall, and
Right.
it was the summer. It was the summer. It was before we went down to Pigeon Forge for vacation with Summer, and when Summer and I and all the kids went on vacation down in Pigeon Forge. And I was like, all right, well, let's get you guys some summer clothes, and we went into Aeropostale, and they had a bunch of sales and everything like that. And
Right.
I told the girls, I was like, get you some shorts, get you some t-shirts, and they got a lot. And then the girls, when they seen how much it was, they're like, they felt bad because it was only like $200, but for the amount of stuff we got, and that's why I tried to explain to them. I was like, but here's the thing, I was like, you guys each got like 3 pairs of shorts that were $45 a piece, but you only paid for one of them. Because it was buy one get two free, and your shirts were buy two get three free or something like that. I was like, you have to learn. Yeah, it was we quote unquote spent a lot of money, and you don't have to feel bad about it. I was like, but you look at the deals and you look at the bargains, and
Right.
and that's where you make out. So I was like, don't feel bad about how much money I
Well,
spent.
yeah, but I mean,
Because and it was much like it was.
buying 3 kids clothes for around $200.
Well, no, it was just the
For the
girls.
summer. Oh well, even
That was
even
the,
then,
that was
girls,
that was just the
especially
girls.
especially in a store like Aeropostale or uh, American Eagle.
Yeah, American Eagle or
stores are
Abercrombie.
not cheap.
But
Old
like
Navy's
when I was
cheap in comparatively speaking.
Yeah.
Normally I buy
well,
my kids
Old
a
Navy
couple-
actually Old Navy is really cheap.
Yeah, it is.
Old Navy and they're actually getting better. Back in the day, I couldn't wear Old Navy, but now they're starting to. I've got a couple. I like my Power Rangers shirt that I got was from Old Navy, and I got these really comfy pair of like shorts that are sweatpants shorts
Okay, yeah,
from Old Navy. But it was much like when I worked at Abercrombie, and they do the sample sale, and you buy this fucking 75-gallon trash bag, and it's $125, but whatever fits in that bag.
Clothes last you for the year.
Yeah. but whatever fits in that bag you get. So like I went there and I spent $200. I bought the big trash bag and then I bought a smaller one. You got three sizes. I think I spent like $200. But I probably got every bit of. If I would have went to the store and bought everything that I got, I probably would have spent anywhere from $3 to $4 grand.
Yeah, easily.
And that's an
Well,
employee like that's like an employee only perk. Like
Right.
the sample sale is only for employees.
Oh, okay.
And I mean I've got
I was gonna say, 'cause I've never heard of that.
yeah, I've got hoodies and t-shirts and whatnot in my closet that I got for myself that I the boxers I have on right now. And I'll tell you what, Abercrombie when I can make Abercrombie or when I have Abercrombie boxer money, I'm gonna be happy because Abercrombie makes some of the comfiest fucking boxers
Yeah.
a man can buy. I mean, but you know, so like Cash, I bought stuff that was way big for him that he's growing into. He's still wearing it now. The girls have stuff they're still wearing. So I mean, you know,
Well, I don't know. Have you ever had Tommy Hilfiger jeans?
I've never had Tommy
Those fucking
Hilfiger
jeans will
jeans,
stop
but
a
I've
bullet.
had hoodies
They're,
and
they're
t-shirts.
fucking amazing. Because the jeans material is nice and thick and I buy them. I used to buy them for work pants.
Yeah.
Like I would actually work out building something in those pants because they're so thick and they're durable. The problem is they're $100 a piece.
Well, yeah. And
And-
back in the day when Aeropostale was relatively new, I had 3 or 4 pairs of their jeans that lasted me like
Oh,
8-9 years. Dude, they
well,
lasted
that's
forever.
the one good thing is like some brands, when you buy them, you end up paying a ridiculous amount, and then 6 months later you're like, oh, I gotta throw these out.
Yeah, but this was back in the day when Aeropostale first came out, and they were like
Right.
relatively quote unquote cheap compared to what they are now. But I mean, like we have, and I know you don't have them down there, but we have Rural King up here in Ohio,
Okay.
and it's kind of like a TSC,
Okay.
but a little bit cooler. It's like a farmer's. It's like a farmer Walmart. Like
Okay.
you can literally go in there and get everything.
Like a
from,
Tractor Supply.
Yeah, but better.
Okay.
I mean, you can literally go in there and get anything. I mean, from clothes to animal food to car parts to stuff to remodel your house to guns. You can get guns there, and they got everything. But they sell jeans there. Their jeans are $10. The Rural King brand. Now they got like Wranglers and stuff like that, but the Rural King branded jeans are $10 for a pair of jeans, and they're comfortable, they're durable, but much like Craftsman, they come with a lifetime warranty. So like if they rip, you bring them back and they replace them, no questions asked.
How much?
So $10.
Damn. I would literally have a closet full.
Yeah, and like I said, they carry Wrangler, they carry Carhartt, and then they and other brands, but they're Rural King pants. They're like $10, $15. They might have gone up now with everything going on in the world, but they got a lifetime warranty on them. And if they rip, tear, stain, discolor, whatever, if you're not happy, you bring them back. Receipt, no questions asked. All right, they're ripped. Go grab you another pair that fits. Go
Nice.
grab your size. Okay. And as soon as I can, I'm gonna go get me 2 or 3 pairs of them for work right now because I'm on a 6-month probation at work, and I don't get my uniforms. I can't order uniforms until my probation is up.
Right.
So I'm just wearing my jeans, and now I wear like my jeans that Summer got me from her store, which is their brand. Cody James, I think, is what it is. And they're comfortable as shit to wear to work, and I love them, but I just don't want to ruin them because I like them jeans, and they're a little bit expensive.
I finally found a place down here that sells. There's a store that my wife's mom actually. She just started working there, and she's in charge of.
Fried chicken. I hear you.
Yeah, she's in charge of selling credit cards. Like as in like you can get a credit card through Visa that you can works pretty much anywhere that Visa's accepted, but it's through this store, and it's called Promoda. I forget what it's called. I gotta look it up. I got it in my wallet. It's called.
So your wife's mom is that person that hits you up as soon as you walk in the door.
Pretty much. Well, she's halfway through the store, but yeah. Promoda. And it's an outlet store. But while we were getting, her mom was filling out our paperwork for the credit cards, because we each got one. I was looking around and they had, they got the Tommy Hilfiger jeans, but they have Levi Strauss. I love a good pair of Levi's. And they're like $25 a pair. So I'm gonna go in. I bought a bunch of the kids' clothes. If I spent $50 that day, I got an extra 25% discount.
Nice.
So I put, $50 on the card. Now the funny thing is, since I'm a foreigner, my credit limit was only $150, where my wife's is $300. But once you use it more and more and more and pay it off, it goes up. And her mom was telling me in like 6 months I'll be right where my wife is if I buy more shit. And it's got 4 months no interest. So I was like, yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah.
I plan on using it for gas once I get the cars running again. I'll use it for gas, stuff like that. Put gas in the car and then pay for it later. Give me a reason to go to that store and buy a new pair of jeans. But they got a whole bunch of different brands in there. Like they got, funnily enough, I found something I haven't seen in years. Osh Bagosh Bagosh jeans. I got them for my daughter. Oshkosh.
We literally we literally have Oshkosh stores like at Tanger.
I
You
haven't
go to
seen it in
Tanger at
20
the outlet
years.
mall. Yeah.
They don't have it here. But we found a brand of jeans that we got for Kevin. They're called Rewind. But this store has hats that I have to buy. I have to buy at least one of them. They got them in multiple colors and styles, but they're Caterpillar. Like cat diesel. I'm gonna have to go buy me one. I sat there and looked at him and I was like, I knew me a hat. And my wife was like, you just spent $50 on a fucking cowboy hat. You don't need a fucking baseball cap. I'm like, but it completes the ensemble.
Last time I checked, this was my money, not yours, bitch.
Well, no, it came down to the fact that I literally spent on myself at least $150, not including the hat. So
You'll be all right.
I figured I needed to get the kids' clothes because Kevin's starting to grow out of his clothes and Michelle's growing out of hers, so it's time to replenish. So I picked up $100 worth of clothes and got a 25% discount, and I got 4 months to pay it off.
I don't even know what the hell Cameron sent me. He's trying to send me pictures of magazines and clips and blah blah blah.
Yeah, this is the hill he dies on.
Like, I don't know. I was just looking at my messages and it's like this motherfucker really, like,
Did his research. He's
really trying to die on a hill. Like, and he's selling me. He's sending me pictures of, like clips being like the fast reloads for revolvers, and then the magazines are. I'll pull it back up.
Oh, you're talking about for those old wheel guns with the slide in.
Yeah, and like the old M1 or M1
Grants.
4s or whatever, like the old World War where you just
Grants,
had
they
like
have
the
that little ting.
yeah, you just slide the thing in there. Then the magazines are like a banana clip from fucking an AK-47, and it's just like Yeah, the quote unquote magazines are all still better or bigger than what I have in my fucking.
Exactly.
This is the deal. This is the fucking hill he wants to die on.
Apparently.
Oh my god, people are dumb. Not Cameron, just people in general. People like Cameron.
Well, but I mean, it all comes down to uh, as you were saying, the pop and soda debate. It's what you grew up with. It's what it is. It is
Well,
what
it's
it is.
not even that. I like how big of a douchebag do I sound if I got my little 9 millimeter and I'm like, oh yeah, let me pop another magazine in the 9 mil, boy.
Yeah, um, for a handgun, I've always called it a clip.
Yeah,
But if
yeah,
it's a
like I said,
rifle, then it's a magazine.
yeah, like I said, if I
That's
had
the way I.
an AR, yeah, if I had an AR-15 or something like that, then yeah, I call them a magazine. But
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. It's for a pistol, it's a 9 millimeter, or for a pistol, it's a clip. And if you say magazine for your fucking 9 millimeter, then you're an ass clown.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree.
You're an asshole.
Unfortunately, it's probably a good thing I'm not allowed to carry a gun here.
Why are you not allowed to carry a gun down there? That's an
There's no
intriguing.
guns in Mexico.
Uh,
I mean, there's guns in Mexico, but it's illegal to own a gun in Mexico, much like it is in Australia and England and pretty much everywhere but the U.S.
oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
With the amount of gun violence and
Oh, I know.
violence
I
and
know.
everything in
I
Mexico,
know.
it
I
is
know.
illegal. It is illegal to have a gun down there.
It's you can get. I
Then
can
why
get
do
a,
so
I
many
can
people have
personally get.
guns?
Well, they're all criminals, sir. I mean, the cartel can pretty much do whatever they want because,
You know
well,
what?
it is
Call
a corrupt
me
country.
fucking cartel glick. Because if I come to Mexico, I'm bringing a gun.
Well, I can buy a gun and have a gun here, but in order to do so, I have to be part of a gun club, which means
Shit.
and the loophole there is I can literally start a gun club and have
I walk
guns.
around. I walk around in Ohio like fucking Wyatt Earp because it's open carry in Ohio.
And
I'll put that bitch on my hip and let it be known.
Yep. Well, you could become the next fuck around and find out king.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and let
From
that
our
crowd.
boy
I'm gonna go ahead.
Kyle.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let that crowd stay on Kyle Rittenhouse because my ass don't leave my house.
Yeah,
Now,
therein lies the difference between us and Kyle. This
yeah,
motherfucker actually leaves his house. That's
yeah,
impressive.
it's a whole other story. If you roll up in my house and I shoot you, as opposed to me actively going to a just just to say it wasn't, but just throw this out there, a war zone, and taking a gun, and I'm not saying that he was wrong or right or anything like that because I've made it very clear that I 100% back what happened and what he did,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm not actively putting myself in that situation to where that could happen.
Did you
So
did you happen to watch any of the trial?
a little bit here and there. The
The prosecutor.
prosecution was an idiot.
Well, he literally he literally gave Kyle shit for pointing a gun at people and then pointed a gun at the jury with his finger on the
Yeah,
trigger.
like I said, there's no reason. There's no reason to dive into it. There's no reason to go
No.
into it. At the end of the day, in the simplest layman terms, dumb it down as much as we possibly can. That prosecutor does not know his ass from a hole in the ground, and he was by far the worst prosecutor on the fucking planet.
Like seriously, you know,
How are you going
Joe
to
Pesci as
question?
my cousin Vinny could have beat that dude in the courtroom.
Yeah. How are you, as an adult, as a prosecutor, going to be put in your place time after time after time when an 18-year-old kid is on the witness stand? and you are trying to make him out to be
By
a
your own
monster.
witness, no less.
Yeah, you are trying to make him out to be a monster, and this fucking kid, as calmly, as coolly, as confidently as he possibly can, made you look like an absolute
Oh my
fucking
God.
moron. Not to
That,
mention the fact your
like,
witness, who
seriously,
you
if I
put
would
on
have
the
been on the
stand,
stage and that dude would have came at me the way he came at Kyle, I'd have lit
yeah.
him up. I'd have
Not to
fucking
mention
screaming and
your
hollering.
victim. I
Yeah.
put air quotes and I
Well,
said it
they weren't allowed to
sarcastically.
call him victims either.
That you put on the stand and you questioned him, and he was like, "Yeah, Kyle did not point his gun or show any acts of aggression towards me until I pulled my gun and pointed it at him, and
And
then
right
he
then
shot
and
me."
there, that should have been end of trial.
Yeah. So
But the
the kid who was running from people and was
no, but
attacked
the part that blew
and
my
shot
mind
people.
was like, if he was chasing you, why didn't you just let him catch you?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, let me chase you. Let me catch you.
Yeah. I don't know. It was
Because it would have been a whole different trial if Kyle would have died by one of these
well
fucking.
now supposedly he's going after LeBron James for defamation of
Oh, it's
character
not
and
just
slander.
it's not just LeBron.
The
He's going after Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and CNN.
yeah.
And
Well,
the
LeBron
to
was that-
CNN is over $600 million.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's going after LeBron for
And unfortunately he can't go after Joe Biden until Joe Biden is out of office. But I guarantee you the day Joe Biden is out, he gets a defamation suit against him.
yeah.
And if he doesn't, something's wrong with Kyle. Because that would be my first thing. Like, when can I sue this motherfucker?
Oh, where's it at? Federal magistrate approves $110 million defamation suit against LeBron James by Kyle Rittenhouse.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Put LeBron in his place.
Shut up and play
Oh.
basketball, you fucking tool.
Exactly. You know. Not to
You have
not to get
you
too
have
deep
one
in
of
this,
the, you have
But your
you have
job
one of
is
the
to put a ball through an iron hoop, not to comment on everything you see.
it is for a guy who has probably one of the biggest contracts and has made more money off of a brand that is publicly known and has been gone after for years for child slavery
Yeah.
and whatnot with Nike. This motherfucker thinks he's got to save every motherfucker when it comes to political injustice.
Yeah, it's celebrities talking politics, just especially when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, makes me want to just punch them in the face, regardless of who it is. I mean, I love me some Robin Williams, but if Robin Williams is sitting there talking about guns and he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, I'm like, Robin, I'm gonna punch you. I love you, but I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too much political talk.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Speaking
get
of
back to
Robin
shoot
Williams,
yourself in
I
the
watched Jack. I watched that movie Jack again.
Jack.
Where
What was that?
His body ages 4 times faster than a normal person.
Oh,
his-
it was like the
His mom
reverse
is
Benjamin
played
Button.
by, yeah, his mom is played by what's her name? Diane Lane. I think it's Diane Lane.
Yeah.
And she's only pregnant for like a month, and she gives birth.
Jesus
and he's
Christ.
perfectly healthy. And he at 10 is where you kind of after the birth get back to him, and he is starting school, and he looks 50.
Yeah.
But he does so well in that goddamn movie.
Honestly, I have never seen that movie.
Oh, it's on Disney. It's really good.
I'm not
it's
rushing out to
sad,
see
though.
it.
It's sad because at the end, by the time he's 18, he looks like he's 80.
Yeah.
And he's graduating high school, and his buddies are, "Come on, Jack, let's go!" And he's like, bye, Mom, and it takes him 5 minutes to walk from his mom to the car to jump in the
This,
car with his buddies, and you're just like, ooh.
yeah, I'm not rushing out to see that anytime soon, but
I also watched the other day while I was working. I usually have the TV on in the background, and I was watching. I watched
yeah,
Men
we're
and a
still on.
Baby. 3 Men and a Baby and 3 Men and a Little Lady, and they don't
I haven't
hold
seen
up.
that in forever.
They don't hold up. Oh my god,
Dude, what was I? Hold on,
those
what?
movies would be so canceled nowadays.
Oh, what was I? Oh, I was watching My Name Is Earl the other day.
Ooh, love me some Arnold.
Absolutely no way in
You can make
hell
that show today.
could that show. I don't even know. I don't even know how they haven't gone after Jason Lee at this point because of that show.
Well, even Raising Hope, which is as tame as it gets it's made by the same company. It's basically it takes place in the same town.
Yeah.
There's parts in it where you're like, whoa, careful. But it's the whole cancel culture thing pisses me off because it's like, how are you going to go after something somebody said when they were like 10? On
Yeah.
Twitter? Now they're 25 and they actually have an opinion. You're like, oh well, yeah, but when you were 10, you said this. Well, fuck, I did a lot of dumb shit when I was 10. Shit, I did a bunch of dumb shit yesterday.
Who's he got on there? Kevin Hawley, James? Well, Tony's kind of fallen. As much as I love Tony, he's kind of fallen into that hole of. Let me see something. We're not going to be on here much longer, but let's see something.
I gotta get Kevin on this homework.
There's too many people.
Without me.
I thought he was already doing his homework.
Well, he got done what he could, but like he's getting ready to start learning how to add together decimals with decimal points.
Oh, decibels are easy though.
Oh, I know, but I can't really explain it to him while you and I are live.
Edward and Tony are currently talking religion. Tony says he's not trying to talk. Oh, Edward, hold on a second. Hold on a second, Jeff.
Yeah.
A rare end of the show. Well, towards the end of the show.
There we go. There we go. There he is.
There he is, the richest guy on halves.
He's literally going to the grocery store. Just around
I appreciate you for coming on to the live with us peasants
Yeah.
and gracing us with your presence. You're muted. Turn your mic on. Nobody can hear you.
Can't hear a word you're saying.
We can't hear you.
I hear is, oh.
He's so rich that he doesn't have to talk.
Oh, we got kicked off.
Oh God, what did we do?
That was weird. He took over.
We got into
Jesus.
Is he so rich that he just took over our life?
You are now beneath me.
He reset it. Jesus.
My nickel for
Never mind that floating head, folks.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
He just hijacked. He's so rich. He just hijacked our entire broadcast.
Jesus.
Yes, sir. Mwah, mwah.
Kiss the ring.
This is James, man. This is my guy. This is my dude. Don't hate on him, Cameron. This is like the James. James is honestly like probably the only person on Haps outside of Jeff that'll stick up for me in a live broadcast and say fuck everybody's feelings.
Well, you know, who was it? Bill Maher. No, I'm not a fan, but he was talking about somebody gave him shit for using the term woke. He's like, well, you gave us this term. And they're like, well, we don't use that anymore. It's like, well, it's been a week.
What?
He just keeps fucking with us.
I don't like this new Haps feature. How the heck?
I don't either. And besides, how do you do it? Because I want to know.
Oh, speaking.
Oh,
God,
now
I
we got
got
an echo.
from hell. Speaking of guests coming on
Yeah.
the show, now that you're in here, Jeffrey, since I haven't talked to you much, Cameron said that he would like to do the start doing a top 10.
Well, if as long as we can keep up with doing it right.
It's a segment on the podcast, James.
Yeah.
What are you top 10 on?
Whatever. You know, top 10
Well, today we did top 10
villains.
villains in comic history.
We've done top 10 stupidest criminals. We've done top 10 dumbest laws. Top 10 sex positions. Top 10 alcoholic beverages. Top 10. We did a whole Thanksgiving day Thanksgiving. What's that? No, that was still better than Jeff's top 10 most watched sports in America. And fucking 1, 2, and 3 were cricket, soccer and golf. And football was like number 9.
Yahoo News.
Top 10 fake motherfuckers on Haps.
That's more than the top 10 list, let me tell you.
Yeah. That's an all-night list.
Exactly. Here, I'm sure.
Yeah. Haps is slowly turning into Periscope.
Apparently.
Well, Jeff, you don't know anything about Periscope. I was on Periscope from day one, and it was cool at the beginning, but then it just turned into clicks and drama. And what was that, James?
Oh, man.
Have you guys noticed that their favorite musician?
Oh yeah, they've been favoring certain content creators since the beginning, but now it's really bad to the point where, I mean, those who stroke off the creators of this app get the most attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy myself a cowbell, and then after that, it'll bring the client.
There you go. I would. I'm gonna label this podcast musical. We're musicians. We play
right?
music.
Yeah, we have our own theme song, for fuck's sake. We can sing along. To the theme song. If I can remember the words. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's only 2 words in it.
Nonsensical nonsense.
It's such a badass theme song. Besides, we sing along to Wicked Woman almost every night.
Yeah.
Technically musical.
We can barely hear you. I don't know what's
I was
going on.
gonna
But we
say-
can barely hear you. Typically when James
Is that better now?
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
good.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Is that better now?
Yeah. Now we can hear you.
All right. Who's this Camdale? Is that a woman or a man?
He's actually the longest reigning cover model for Pedophiles Monthly magazine.
No kidding.
No, actually, Cam's my dude. That guy's basically become like a little brother to me. Him and I met probably close to 12 years ago now. We actually played Call of Duty online for like 3 years before I realized that him and his brother only lived like 10, 15 minutes from me. And then we met up one time down in Charleston where we all lived at a WWE show. Yeah. And we were at a WWE show down there, and he was up there. It was like, oh, I'm here, da 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 da, and I was walking by and I was talking to him. And he's like, I hear your voice. So it's like an ongoing.
Daddy, she's got a drink it.
And your sound went out again, James. What the hell?
Yeah.
He's so excited. I just can't hear him.
Daddy, this is a fine.
Nope, same. Nothing.
That wasn't red. No yellow stuff.
Looks like you're really bad at eating pussy, though. I pity your girlfriend.
Just shoot it and get it over with.
Ugh. Don't put that hat on. I can't wear it with my husband.
bed.
Right?
What the
That's
hell?
right. There you
What's
are.
going on around here? Kind of.
Now.
Because you're on your phone.
Yeah,
Because you're on your phone.
I was gonna say your sound. I don't know. Your sound is going out something fierce.
I
Once you heard,
gotta get myself some headphones or something.
Yeah.
yeah, you ain't got Bluetooth in your car, Mister
Oh,
Moneybag.
that'll make it worse.
No,
We'll
but if
get
I
some
put
serious
Bluetooth on
echoes.
it, if I put Bluetooth, I think it's
inside the basement wall.
Oh
Yeah,
Might
because
be.
we'll get some serious echo.
I'll put Bluetooth on. Let's see how it works.
I love how
And now
Cameron
he
was like,
froze.
"Who the
Hello, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you now.
Oh, we can hear.
You hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
We can also hear your. What are you
Now.
listening to? Some Steel Panther?
You're listening to it, aren't you? Is that you or me?
No, it's
You?
my kids had YouTube on.
Oh, was
No,
that
I
your
was gonna say,
kids rocking
Yeah,
out?
my
I
kids-
thought that
my
was
kids are
James
rocking
rocking
out
out
some
to some Steel Panther or something like that.
I literally sit here going, "Turn it down" in the background, and you're talking about. You're blaming James.
Yeah, usually we hear fucking Pitbull and whatever
No,
from your house.
Oh my god.
Oh, but you know what? So then maybe the Bluetooth isn't. Sometimes the Bluetooth doesn't work. But you're
Yeah,
saying
it's not
better
bad.
It
Yeah,
actually,
it's good now.
sounds better than it did before, where it just
now. Hello.
like
Yeah,
bad-
it was before.
bad
Before it
movie.
was like we were watching a bad. Lips. What in the hell is going on?
every time.
It's not like we're doing a live broadcast.
Yeah, it's not like we're shooting a podcast.
Nope, nobody can hear you. You fucked it up
Not a
again.
word.
now,
Bobbing your head up and
now,
down.
now you just look like some weird bald guy in the dark.
But that's what's funny is you literally just see a head in the dark background. It's like, don't mind the man behind that curtain.
You really.
Pay no attention,
We're gonna.
man.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we do got to get ready to
Yeah, we
to
gotta
end this.
wrap up.
Drop James. No disrespect, James. No disrespect. I'm just dropping it.
Not anything against you. We do have to wrap up.
We do got to wrap up. We
time.
went way longer than I planned, and
Yeah. You got to get to bed, and I got to get these kids to bed soon.
well, I got one more beer here to drink.
Yeah, but I got a lot of homework to do. Like 35
Oh
pages.
damn! Get it, Cleveland. Yeah, I might pop in and give Tony some shit for a minute before I go to bed. What the hell was that? I don't know. It dropped. But I do have before we roll into Wicked Woman. Let me get this back on. Come on. You're not dead already. There's no way you're dead already.
Need to get one of those Cove speakers. Those things are awesome. Isn't your sound bar in that room?
I do have a soundbar, but there's no way this should be dead already. So it was you listening to Steel Panther. There we go.
No, I don't know what they're listening to. It's because they're watching fucking anime.
Naruto.
I don't give a shit what it is. It's anime.
No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap the show up. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate y'all listening. Chatter's box was lively as always. Appreciate y'all. I just completely derailed Jeff.
Make sure to follow us on all social media.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it was a good show tonight. We had good conversation. Lots of topics came up. Go ahead and make sure, if you're not already, give us a follow on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, if you want to catch us live, you can catch us live and hang out in the Chatter's Box every Wednesday and Saturday night on Haps, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Nonsensical Nonsense. And you can get every single episode of the podcast on... Don't forget to tip your waiter.
Tip your waiter.
You can get every single episode on Anchor. I gotta really stop with the I was listening to an episode today and I'm like, God, I sound retarded.
And the but-ums.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of How I Met Your Mother. I want to take a shot.
Yeah, right. So yeah, get every single episode of the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere and everywhere you get your podcast jollies. Go give us a little bit of support, show us some love, let us know if you like what you hear, and if you want us to keep doing what we do, we'll greatly be appreciated. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show or sponsor the show or tell Jeff that he sucks and tell me that my beard is amazing, you can always email us at our email at the email
Which is
location.
nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. And with that being said, I've decided to add a new addition to the closer, Jeffrey.
Oh, okay.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Oh, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Kevin just said, let's go, Brandon.
But with that being said, it's official. We made it official. Every episode, we end the show with the one and only Blacktop Mojo. Go follow them on all social media. Go stream the shit out of their latest video for Rewind off their brand new album. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you follow, and tell them Nonsensical Nonsense sent you. But it wouldn't be Nonsensical Nonsense if we didn't end the show with a little bit of something that goes...
Download the Domino's app today and become a piece of the pie.
We're not sponsored
Every
by
time.
Domino's. We are not affiliated
But we
in
will
any way,
take
shape, and or form by Domino's unless they start paying us. When they pay us, then yes, we will gladly play their commercial. But until then, Blacktop Mojo. Wicked. Oh, man.
Deuces.
There it is. Officially, the show over.
She likes the mood, she likes the night, she likes the blood on her hands. She dances naked through the trees until her eyes go red. She whispers spells into the wind and she communes with the dead. She throws the bones into the fire.
Sir, can I help you?
Do you have any weapons of any kind? Anything to defend yourself?
Sir, this is a Sweetie Mart. We have hot dogs 2 for $1. I just put them on the roller yesterday. They're pretty good.
No, man, like something sharp, something like I can stab, defend myself with.
I've got some sharp cheddar combos over there. It's kind of like a Ritz cracker pregnant with a cheese baby.
All right, well, let me just take one of these lighters, and I'm going to borrow your bug spray, and can I borrow your bathroom key as well?
Yeah, bathroom key. All right. I got your bathroom key right there. Make sure you bring that back. And that'll be $13.62. And I'm going to have exact change, sir. We're in a coin shortage at the moment.
He never got that.
Whatever, man.
Whatever,
Okay,
man.
there's that.
Here she comes.
No, I'm sorry.
Here she comes. There she is.
Oh shit, Chuck.
Oh shit, Chuck!
Oh shit, Chuck!
And that's a wrap, folks. We'll see you guys Saturday night with a brand new episode of Nonsensical Nonsense. In the meantime, make sure you go give us a follow on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense, and check out every episode on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcast, anywhere and everywhere you get your podcast fixins. At Nonsensical Nonsense.
And send us an
We
email
out.
at nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com.
Man, you didn't have to
Deuces!
throw the email in there, but you threw it in there. You a lying dog face pony soldier, just so you know.